Visit the restroom now.
Jesus. And it's recording, so that's good. Alright.
Your words were recorded for quality purposes.
Sorry, there we go. I did it.
Wait, we're online right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Why
Hello?
is there no
I'm
red
eating.
button?
Lovely.
Because it's fun. I don't know, man.
Alright, so where were we? Right. Give me a second. So the dragon deals.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry
All the damage.
for any ears.
Hey, the D20's got pretty low rolls. That might be survivable, but split up against most all of you. Nope, it's 16 today.
It's a 16.
No, and that's also a 20. Yeah, you got this. Okay, good game.
Alright, let's stop. GG, guys, let's go.
Alright, we had to go home.
Proud of us? Proud of what we accomplished?
So much.
I mean, yeah, we, what have we accomplished?
Literally jack
Done.
shit.
That's our accomplishment for the
My
game.
phone is telling me to have a nice evening.
What?
My phone is telling me to have a nice evening. So I will.
Good. But actually, last time, you finished crossing the mountains, encountered a somewhat scrawny-looking full orc, who turned out to be a warlock.
Draft.
Yes, that was his name. Warlock bound to a Poxon, the Lord of Spiders. I can't remember actually. Didn't actually
Of the spider.
Of the spiders. He doesn't actually have an epithet. He's a Poxon of the spiders. I'm pretty sure that happened because I was putting different things and had it with two spaces. So I would put a word in there somewhere, and I forgot to put a word in there, but it works. Okay, a Poxon of the spiders. You spoke to their leader, Derndar, who was lacking the use of one of his arms.
Dernbar.
What?
Dernbar.
Dernbar, that's what I said.
You said Dernbar.
Dur.
Oh.
Dur.
Wait, Dern.
Bar.
What did I say?
Derndar.
Dar. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Derndar.
All right. And then. And then Derndar's dragon Shulk transformed into a Poxon himself, and you had a good conversation with him. He offered you some magical boons in exchange for going and taking care of an imminently attacking, I guess, band of orcs that were prepared to assault the town, owing to the fact that his warlocks weren't nearly strong enough yet. And you went on and you took down a group of some heavy armor wearing orc folk. We left off immediately after initiative, so just to set the scene, you're in these hills just outside of the city of Louisville. You just dealt the final blow to this person who had lost his somehow enchanted boomerang and started punching you in the face. The first one of them you killed, but ever since then, Nimbus used some magic from her amulet, and it seems that her
Stop
magic
looking at me like that.
warded them from the final death.
Damn it.
They are presently unconscious, and you all are just leaving initiative. You still have because you're just leaving initiative, you have still expended spell slots and taken damage, which is currently recorded. You have not yet done any rest or anything. We're coming straight out of initiative.
I
So,
have 8 health.
I have 9.
I have 18.
Oh, look who's fancy.
So the first thing I do
I have
is
fucking dunked
I
on.
go over to the individual that.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with him here. You're
I
far
start
away.
dragging.
I'll go to the individual
you had piled up a few that were canoe pile.
who knocked Ironer out.
Number 5, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, number 5.
So I slowly bend over. I'm like, "You're not gonna make it past this."
Don't touch him.
We have some that's already.
No, don't kill him. There's no reason to.
He tried.
Yes, because they were all defending themselves
can-
against what they perceive to be an attacker. You have him at your mercy right now. There is nothing he can do to stop you, and you're going to kill him?
Yes,
What a
as
rash decision. You have no idea the kind of consequences that would have.
possible.
I'm
But-
still dragging the other orcs.
Yeah.
Tied him up.
You're like, let's work it out. Orc.
I'm not sure if you guessed, but
I'm gonna move to stand in front of the body.
well, I'm worried it was over it. Like, cause me and her was next to the body.
were-
We were right next to it already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's why I have my blade out there. I just stop. I'm looking up. So
You gonna try to Pocahontas
You
this?
can, you
I
can
will if I
basically,
have to.
she can like put her arms over the body. You can't physically get onto the body, but you can try and put yourself in the way. If you wanted to, you could try and stab past her. Considering you're already ready to stab, it would
But
still
can
work.
she
but
not, can she
you
do
would
the
have to-
Pocahontas over John Smith?
She's wearing heavy armor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
That's the thing.
I'm gonna crush him if I
And
do
she's
that.
also wearing heavy
yes,
armor.
yeah. That armor would just.
So
you would-
I like yeah,
basically-
you did my job for me. I
You would
appreciate
be
that.
able to put your arms like in a protective gesture.
I will do that.
Okay, but
I,
if you
I don't want to have to use magic on you. Please do not make it.
So listen. I understand that you're averse to taking lives, but if you get to know me a little bit more, you understand that I take offense to individuals who hurt people that I consider to care about. So this person went to a certain degree. I don't appreciate that, and I don't like that person walking down, be able to walk again.
Everybody hurts everybody. That's the nature of unintended consequences. Yes, that's exactly what happens. And if you kill him, who are you unintentionally harming? His family? His children?
Definitely.
His tribe? There's no reason to. They're
yes.
disposed of right now. We can tie them up. We can leave them.
So he's like looking down because
I kind of side with you on this one.
I do as
I don't really care what
Bronwyn, do you
happens
also wanna
to
have a
any
change
of
of
these
no,
orcs.
Rowan's living body. Isn't
Like,
she?
as
Yeah,
long as you
I
don't
like-
torture them,
If you want to,
if you're just
you
gonna
can,
kill
if you
them,
want
you can kill them. I don't care. If you're gonna torture them, I'll stop in like Nimbus over here. But I really don't care. I'm gonna sit here and just kind of rest for a minute. Sit down and.
I don't intend. I thought you wanted to talk to them.
so
Now,
that-
if you don't want us to wake them up and talk to them, I'm not going to bother tying them all together. I'm just going to behead them.
We can talk to them and get information, but we don't have to kill everyone we choose not to talk to.
We told Apex.
We did not tell him that we would kill them. We told them we would neutralize the threat. If the threat is neutralized, they don't need to die.
Yeah. What if
What
they can't
what
do
kind
that?
of a threat are these unconscious bodies to you?
Okay, but when they become conscious again,
Hence why we have rope.
yes, and
Which we
their
just got.
compatriots will come down to check on them when they don't check in and cut them free.
Aren't we going towards their compatriots right now?
Yeah.
Isn't that our plan?
Yes,
Yeah, do you
we're
plan
going to
to
have
tie
to wipe
up
out that
everybody?
entire village. Yes.
No, we don't have to.
Well,
You're talking about destroying an entire village.
and
Weren't you wanting to understand their side of the story?
Originally, yes,
And
and then they
And then
knocked
they
her
told
out.
you an answer that you didn't like, and so instead
No.
of trying to understand their perspective, you just want to kill all of them.
No, I had no problem respecting their decision. My problem came into play when he attacked her. That's when it became an offense. So as you can tell, I'm normally very reserved until individuals who I consider to care about is attacked by someone. Then all bets are off. That's essentially the reason why I tortured the monk before, was because he knocked out a friend of mine. So this is very difficult for me. I'm going to try to resist this by I look around. This is weird.
Ryzen, if we're walking with somebody who managed to talk a giant into carrying us on his back,
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and say that wasn't me.
that wasn't me.
Yeah, that was a group effort with a lot of people whispering in my ear and telling me it was a bad idea.
Oh, no,
I thought it was a great idea.
I was the
It was
first
a
one
That
to
was
suggest
Einir
that.
making a joke and me taking it too far.
I was the
But
first
this
one
is
to suggest
Augie
that.
to Eyes
It was a
Ryzen
great
right
joke.
now. We're walking with someone
Until it
who
wasn't a
managed
joke.
to talk a giant into giving us a ride that saved us, what, 2 days? 2 days worth of traveling? If she wants to talk to the big bad, the big orc, the one that we're supposed to go after, if she wants to talk to him, by all means, just let her walk. Let her go and talk to them. Don't kill any of them. Until she realizes that sometimes you do have to kill people.
I've never encountered an instance where death was the answer. I've only encountered instances where people.
So
wish
you've
they
never
hadn't.
had your own line or your own life on the line,
Oh, I have many.
where it
many
was either
times.
you live or you die. Or so, whether, rephrasing that word,
I've had
whether
my
it was
life
either
threatened many times, and obviously I'm still standing.
Yeah, you
and
never
you've
I
never
haven't
killed
killed-
anyone.
No, of course not.
Just let her talk to the guy. Let's save these for now. Tie him up. Get on going to what we actually have to do. This is just the scouting party. They did feel like elite troops to me because they hit really hard.
I can't imagine.
Yes.
I
But-
can't,
That's the thing.
They hit really hard.
I
But
can't imagine that the tribe would have the kinds of weapons that these people have. I don't know how many it would be possible to.
well,
How many of the weapons it would be possible to have.
And
We
how
s-
many of
there.
these weapons have they gotten by stealing them off of people they've killed already?
the elves and stuff.
Well,
Would
given
they
that
know
they're-
that about orc? Like, if these guys are strong, we obviously the captain is going to be stronger, and he's going to be surrounded by stronger people than
The scout
just
party.
yes, stronger people than the scouting
feels like
party.
they
That
Or would I
is-
not know something like that?
You would know stuff like that. You would know the academic stuff. As far as like down and dirty, it's not like yes, you would know something like that.
Okay, so these guys fight on a kill or be killed basis. These orcs, that is their mentality: kill or be
Except
killed.
that when they first started to attack us, they stopped and we tried to reason with them. I did a poor job because I've not really.
Oh, I'm
encountered
not
many
saying you
orcs.
did a bad
But
job
they
at all.
stopped.
They stopped
They
because
stopped and they started to listen.
they wanted to
stopped.
attack the town. Their job was to attack the town. Our job is to defend the town. If they're gonna attack the town, we have to put an end to it. If you can talk to them and make them go away, or work out a deal, by all means, I don't mind. But I'm saying it's better to kill these than it is to leave them here, especially if we're going farther north to their main camp. What's to say that they don't get out of just this simple rope?
Have I been able to drag numbers 1 through 4 together yet?
2 through 5, 2 through 6, 2 through 5. It's
Okay.
1's dead, 2 through 6
Okay.
are alive.
Yeah.
And I look
And
over
5
to
is over
Einer.
here.
I'm like,
6 has
Einer, I
become
never
number 1.
got a chance to
Yeah,
ask.
still
You
number
want
1.
him gone or no?
I mean, I'm
And
not.
tie them together? Okay.
I don't see a point in.
Give me a
There
intelligence sleight of
is-
hand check.
Oh, Jesus.
From what I
Can
heard,
I
they
help
have.
her with that?
There's
You
no
can also
reason
check.
for them to stay
Intelligence sleight of
alive
hand?
right now. They are dead set on attacking the town. They are not going to stop.
How do you know that? We've talked to them
17.
once.
So,
Yeah.
I hate to say this, but you're outnumbered 4
So,
to 1. I'm just
I messed up
as a
tying this
group,
knot. Can you help me with
4
this?
people are agreeing that we should at least be able to take out most of these individuals and keep
Here's-
a couple 4 alive.
Here's my question for you. This group of 6 was difficult to take down, correct?
Yeah.
That was 5 people on 6. And it was difficult, and we almost lost somebody because of that. How in the world do you think that we're going to be able to take down an entire tribe of people with stronger enemies and better weapons? How do you think you're going to be able to kill all of those people?
We can talk to one of them. If
Oh,
it
so
doesn't-
if we're talking to them, then maybe we shouldn't go in by saying, oh, by the way, we killed 6 of your people.
we talk to them first. If we don't get an answer, we get rid of them.
And we already
Talk to
killed,
these guys who aren't in charge of anything, they're scouts.
and we already killed 1.
Uh,
Killing 2 or 3 more
Sorry, but
wouldn't really matter.
they were more
Yes,
of
it
elite
does.
guard.
So then you guys are tying them up.
Yeah.
You
I
want to
messed
make
up
a
on a
check?
couple.
17.
I messed up on a couple knots and had to have her help me with it.
Okay.
not
It
mine.
takes like this entire time they're arguing. You're just like,
Excuse me.
we'll figure out what to do with them in a bit. So the would you have let someone you want to kill get dragged away or anything?
Oh no, I was on top.
Yeah,
of
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Oh, I didn't even
Yeah, I
try.
want to confirm. So those 4 orcs are tied up rather deftly.
Yeah. So I'm like, it's taking every urge and every fiber of my being not to slice this guy's throat right now. And the only reason why I have it is because you seem
I would like to sit down
Kinda
and a
consider.
chance to take a short rest
So-
while they argue.
We provided nothing for. Well, yeah, you can do. We
Do you just want to be short resting? Because we're not doing.
Yeah, I am taking a
Given
shot.
the
Oh, okay,
fact
I'm
that
His
sorry. Are
weapons
you
are
guys
out,
planning on
ready to
torturing
attack.
someone?
No.
Okay,
with the sword out, I would wait until that solution is resolved before beginning the short rest.
Okay.
Because he still might attack.
I'd say
Again, my 2 cents on this is don't kill him, but we probably will have to kill some eventually. It's an inescapable truth. You have to, with especially these individuals, they live by kill or be killed. they didn't kill, so these must be killed. Even if they go back to their area, they're disgraced. They lost to a half-elf, an elf.
How many orc tribes have you lived in?
I
Out of
have not.
curiosity.
I'm not. Sorry. I learned about this. How many orc tribes have you lived in?
You have an outsider's knowledge just like I do.
So the same argument applies there. But them being beaten by an elf, a half-elf, you, I don't know. I don't know about you yet.
Don't worry. In later times, I'm pretty sure you will.
And half orc.
14-year-old.
And
You do
14-year-old,
Yes.
A baby.
a half orc, and someone who looks like their
Who actually is a
breakfast.
baby. Who actually is
Someone
a
who
baby.
looks like their breakfast.
Who looks like an
Yeah.
actual baby.
Yes.
Exactly.
I-
They're going to be killed anyways. It's just a matter of whether we kill them or they go report to their tribe that
Oh, I would have.
They
liked
lost to
have
us?
Picked up the skull that I previously
And they killed him.
dropped on the ground in front of them.
If you feel like the actions leading up to now in your life have forced you to kill people, then that's... I don't know what kind of things that you've been through, but I know that I've been in danger countless times. I've had my life at risk countless times, and I haven't had to kill anyone, and I'm still here. If you feel like you've had to kill people up to this point, then that is how you feel, but I don't think that we need to kill these people. I don't think they're a threat to us. And I think that killing them is
They might not be
So
a threat to us,
we
but there's going to
can
be
put a
threats
pin
to
in
others
that.
if they live.
a pin in killing things until we talk to or we get to the main camp where they're all stationed at.
Alright.
All I know
Yeah,
is
for
I
now.
will be on the outside of that camp. I'm not going in there.
Here's my thought. They wanted to kill the people in the village for trying to coexist peacefully.
Yes.
If you can't change their minds somehow, we're going to have to kill them to prevent even further bloodshed.
So I put my sword back and I'm like, I'm gonna do it this your way for now. But if he hurts anyone else in this group, he's dead. Anyone of these two hurts anyone in this group, they're dead. That's my only warning. And I can start dragging the body over to.
And if we do go into the camp, I don't have a hood. Unless someone has something I can throw over my head, I'm not stepping foot in there. I don't want to be singled out instantly. Like if they were to see me, they probably would have attacked on sight. I don't know because I was hidden, but they may have attacked on sight.
I mean, they saw me. It's
Well,
pretty
I
obvious
mean-
that I'm a half-elf.
Not. Is it obvious that she's a half elf
I've got
with
the
her
facial
ears?
features.
You have the face shape, the characteristic ears. You can still tell
They're
if you look.
clearly cropped. They're very clearly cut off. They don't look like human ears.
If you were to only give the briefest of glances, you might look like a human. But if you're actually like looking at you in the face, it's like, oh, there's elf blood there.
Which
I don't know why they didn't attack you on sight, but I feel personally like they would have attacked me on sight. I will stay outside of their camp. I will be hidden. If I hear any noise of fighting, well, any noise of you guys screaming, I'll come running in. But until then, I'll be chilling outside their camp.
Okay.
I think it's just a smart play.
So beginning the short rest.
Yes.
I'd like to go through and try and
Wait to actually roll the stuff until the end.
and try and fix up any
Alright.
major wounds that I'm seeing on them to try a little bit.
Medicine check.
Sure. I
Sure.
meant to pick up a healer's kit.
Oh,
I have
I
one.
have one.
I'm not gonna.
I'm not gonna let you use it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I will be rolling all my dice when we get to rolling the short
11.
rest.
yes. Okay. You
As
can roll them
will
one at a
probably
time to get exceptionally good rolls.
Okay.
You roll and then decide if you want to roll more.
Alright.
I remember looking at the rules for that. It's generous. In that.
11.
11.
Obviously, I'm not trying to wake any people up. I'm not using any magic.
You can begin. You get some basic bandages on cutting the arm. You can
I don't have bandages.
You don't have bandages, do you?
But I can clean up any dirt I see or whatever.
You're able to provide some basic first aid. You can tell that they're definitely battle injured, and looking at their condition now, they look very hurt. But you can see that they are all stable.
Oh, are you figuring out how many hours until they're... We've got at least 1 hour, so... So the end of short rest.
Yeah, with D4s, it's a
that works. Okay.
Oh god.
With if you want to try and figure out exactly how long they are, you need a higher medicine check than that.
And then I would like to, I'd like to... What do I know about Luthik? Just what's been said? Like, would
Luthvale?
I know any... Huh?
Luthvale?
Luthvik.
Luthvik, the goddess.
Okay.
Like...
Give me a religion check.
Okay. Can I cast guidance on myself? Or...
Yes. This is the
I
kind
don't
of...
need guidance.
This is... Oh, I was going to go over rulings. Oh. Okay.
Good thing to go over during break.
We're not
Right.
doing it. Oh, I thought we were.
We're
27.
gonna... We need that's administrative stuff we need to take care of. We'll do it during the short rest. Okay.
27.
27? Okay, so... From... You don't have a lot of no information about
Because
this.
we've discussed it, like, a little bit with,
Right.
Apoxin, but...
You'd only heard of it a little bit before then. You got the impression that of all of the orcish deities, Luthik is the one that most lines up with the idea of forgiveness. She doesn't really, but like she's all about life and preserving the orcish way of life. Not way of life, preserving the orcs as a race. There is, you would know that there is a chance, say, a follower of something like Grumsh, which is all about the current orcish way of life, would be far, far more difficult than trying to talk to someone trying to redeem them, if you will, if they follow Luthik.
Okay.
It seems like that there is an argument to be made there.
I'd like to take, like, a minute or two to try praying to her.
Okay, you can do that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make you roll anything because
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
This little thing is not gonna be like, wow, a level 5 cleric that doesn't worship me normally? Let me see what I can do for her.
Divine intervention.
What else do
Divine
y'all wanna
intervention
do?
to kill you.
What else do you want to do during the short rest?
So I would probably go to where Einir is sitting. First, I'll be like, so you doing okay?
I'm fine. Yeah. That's debatable, but yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Well, if you change it, well, if you're for certain this guy needs to go, just let me know. She's the new person of the group, and while I can respect her opinion, I'm trying to keep the friction to a minimum. You guys are
Before I joined, you were the newest person in the group. I'm just throwing that out.
Oh, yes.
Well,
Oh,
you're
yes.
the newest now, so.
Not here, so.
No, you're close.
Am I close enough?
You're close enough.
Okay. I wouldn't know that though, because I didn't know I didn't know the order they joined.
Okay.
So.
So if you change if you're for certain he needs to go, just let me know, and then.
I think we'll be okay for now, but I honestly don't see a scenario where these guys come out fully alive.
I don't either,
All of them.
but I'm just respecting her beliefs to keep the tension limited. So last thing I need to ask, why do you call me Raisin?
Because it's funny.
That's a good reason.
So I'm confused. So this is weird for me. I'm not.
Do you have an older sibling?
Yes, but
Did she make fun of you?
no, because
Then she didn't do her job.
are they supposed to?
Yes.
So this behavior is normal.
Yes.
Okay, I'm so not used to this. Okay.
Well, I'll get used to it.
Thanks for that clarification.
Yep.
Anyone else?
Did I hear that?
Probably, yeah, I'd second that.
Consider it character building.
Can you just go through the bodies?
Character build.
Yes, go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Alright, that's good. 20. Unnatural.
Unnatural 20? Okay, so they are all carrying, in addition to the larger than average boomerangs, you'd also, as a part of the investigation, gather those up?
Yep. I think I picked one up last time, just before the game ended. But yeah,
I took all the rest of them and gave one to you.
exactly that.
Okay, that's enough. All right, great. They are all currently wearing. Oh, come on! I just set it up. Sorry. Plate armor. They're all wearing full plate armor that is designed for the body of an orc. It is rather heavy. They are also containing a. They also have basically around their belt in patches in. What's the word for it? Pouches. Several survivalist equipment, some daggers, a few snares, as well as in one of them they have what looks like, in addition to a fair bit of this blackish powder, a couple of a fist-sized black rock.
Ooh.
And
This
as
is
you
neat.
if you pick it up and hold it, it's like it seems to leave dust on your skin.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, I don't know. Is it cold? Could it be cold? I don't know.
Cool.
Hey,
Fire rock.
Bronwyn, I think I found
Oh,
something
wow.
for you.
Oh,
Maybe if
wow.
you can fit in these, if they're small
We should-
enough.
Probably take all this plate armor and the boomerang stuffs back to town at one point.
So,
Well,
so how
can
exactly do you
Bronwyn
plan
fit
on
in it?
transporting this?
And can Bronwyn fit in one of these?
There is enough loose area in it that it would be. What are you wearing right now?
Scale mail.
Scale mail. Let me look at the ACs on that. Because it's definitely built for someone who's like. You're a half orc. These buddies are full orcs.
Yeah,
Just
full
find the
day.
shortest
And given the fact that it's plate armor, you could wear it. You would be heavily disadvantaged in terms of movement and ability to defend yourself.
I mean,
Oh,
if
really?
we just take all of them and sell them all, we'll have enough money to get you some plate armor.
It would require a full-on blacksmith shop to modify the armor to the appropriate size, and it would be very expensive.
What is the
Because
size
I do have
difference between
Smith's
these
tools
orcs?
and proficiency,
That-
but not
In
all.
addition,
Orcs are
in addition to
big.
being a different gender, which has its own set of problems,
Yep.
they're also significantly bulky.
Oh,
Mhm.
really?
Yeah.
So,
Orcs are
plate armor, yeah.
They
Orcs are
they are
huge.
they're medium, but barely.
Yeah, like
oh, so they're like
Like
Goliath
what?
size.
World of Warcraft, the movie size of orcs. That's what I'm envisioning.
Oh, wow.
The movie World of Warcraft, that
Like-
size compared to the humans
like
there.
7 to
That's
8
where I'm
feet
just
tall.
like,
So they
Yeah.
are Goliath size.
Yeah. Because half orcs are smaller than Goliaths.
yes.
Because Goliath is the largest playable race.
Mhm.
Full orcs are big. They're like real.
Goliath size.
Yeah.
Wow, I had no idea. Okay, that's good.
Is there anything else anyone wants to do?
There was no pouches of gold or anything on them. They didn't
Um,
carry any.
There
going
weren't
on.
any pouches of gold.
Yeah, I
There
didn't
were
think
a
so.
bunch of knickknacks. You could see.
Einir, would you like the knickknacks?
Yes.
I heard
One
you
second.
go the
I have
when I was
a
looking through the
list.
corpse or
Yes.
the bodies.
Yes,
Give me a
knickknacks.
moment.
I need
A
trinkets.
variety of knickknacks, including some odd little they look like very small fangs.
Oh.
I want one of the fangs though.
You can have
Okay.
one. I'm taking.
It looks like it's an odd little bit of not. It's a roughly O-shaped, maybe more of an oval-shaped bit of fur with tissue inside of it. What's the word for it? Stuff in your nose. What is it called?
Mucus.
Cartilage?
Cartilage.
Oh.
Cartilage.
Cartilage.
Yes.
Okay.
It feels like it's somehow organic. It seems to be like a horse's ear.
Did they munch on these?
Sewn up on the bottom.
I thought these were trinkets like what I've been collecting.
No,
Nope.
this is a horse's ear.
Yeah, no.
As
This is
well
a dog
as-
toy.
As well as
Ow.
inside of the one who was going all punchy,
Oh.
there is one pouch, which is just filled with this odd blackish ooze. Is the best you can describe it. The pouch itself is made of exceptionally thick leather.
Can I do a nature check on that ooze and just
I will
sniff
try.
it, lick
I
it,
would like to as well.
just
Can I-
put my finger in there, sniff it, lick it, get anything out
I'll
of it.
just smell it. I'm not gonna
You're
go
looking
that
Okay,
far.
so
This
both
is a
of you-
nature check. I'm gonna lick I'm gonna lick
Both,
what
you
it
can give
is.
me, but it would be nature check for both of them.
Yeah.
He's
It's,
gonna
it's,
eat
in,
poison.
it's investigating history about
Say,
nature. So.
Oh, that's a bad
Battle,
roll.
Do I see him?
Battle 6.
Okay, so you reach in and you sniff it, and it's you stick your finger in
8.
and it burns.
Oh.
You stick your finger in.
Well, I stuck my finger in and it's 8. I got an 8, so
So yeah, it hurts, it burns, it smells foul.
I'm gonna keep this.
god.
Keep
Okay.
this. If it's helpful and I can throw it at somebody's face and burn them,
I'm
I'll be happy.
I'm not taking anything except the fangs.
How many fangs
I
were
don't.
there?
I don't want to hear.
Okay, there were like several. I would say like 24 amongst all of them sets of smaller fangs, as well as some like
Can I
regular
have-
like canine teeth.
Can I have 5 of the fangs,
Yeah,
actually?
sure.
Yeah, I got 5 fangs. I have something planned with these.
Oh God.
Can I feed Iker?
What are you feeding him? Her? Sorry.
I'm gonna try offering.
Or-
No,
Here's the horse here.
no. I'm gonna try offering up some vegetation and see if she even looks at it.
She's like chilling there, just like. Give me an investigation check.
Can I use good?
No.
Okay.
This is more of a passive thing.
16.
16. She is noticeably larger than the last time. Like, and then you haven't really noticed going along the way, but like seeing her, like putting her on the ground, looking at her, she's gotten like noticeably
Did she
larger.
go through a shed?
No, not yet.
Interesting.
They're magic.
Did she not want to eat the vegetation?
Did
'Cause
she- did
there's a
she-
horse
did
ear.
She touch it? I thought the horse ear was sewn like a little baggie.
Basically, it's not a little baggy. It's like instead of having loose, flappy skin, it's just sewn up at the very end.
Oh.
It's a horse ear.
I
It's-
mean, how long has
I'm
it
not
been
gonna
there?
eat it.
How long's it been there?
Guidance. Guidance.
Thank you. Oh.
That's really
All right, that is 15, 16, 17. 17.
Some number of weeks.
It's kind of foul.
I'm not feeding it. I'll feed her a little bit of some ration.
Okay. So
She wasn't interested in the vegetation.
She wasn't. You feed her some of your ration. She's like,
You should eat more veggies. It's probably good for you.
What is her diet
She
anyway?
she like looks at you and looks away, and then takes another nibble.
Here's grass right there. I'm gonna hand her a little bit of ration, and then right when she goes to eat it, I'm gonna switch it out with grass.
Slide magic.
Good luck with that dexterity.
Natural 20.
That's pretty good. No,
Oh,
it's not
19.
natural
No,
20.
19.
18.
You do it, and she like bites it, and she's like, she gives you a look, and then swallows, and then goes, thanks.
Scoop her up, put her on my shoulder.
Anything you want to do?
That was
The
the
fact that he paused is so good.
History gain.
Like
Vitality.
Okay, so
Extremely.
all right, go ahead and do your end of short rest things as an hour passes. I would also like to go over a few rulings that I wanted to discuss, just generally speaking. For one, stuff like
Oh my God.
side conversations, just for sake of like, ideally only one person will be talking at a time. If you have something that you want to just like say with me, you can wait until a bit of a lull in the conversation. If you want to make a check, roll a die. Just like, get my attention, I'll notice it, and then I'll pause at a good moment to get your thing done. As far as the rules are concerned, a few things I wanted to note for
Back up to
your
full.
lucky feat. The
Use
way that I'm
all
going
of
to
it.
run it with disadvantage is rules as written, it's super advantage disadvantage.
Yeah, I read it all that.
Rules as intent, like that was never the designer's intent. The intent would be, the way that Jeremy Crawford runs it in his game, would be you roll for disadvantage, take the lower, and then if you want to spend a lucky die, you'd roll and you'd either take the one you got for disadvantage or the one you rolled for lucky. So it's going to be better than a regular roll, not as good as regular advantage, but it's still super advantage for if you have advantage, but it's the way that they meant for it to be played.
Yeah.
And it also doesn't reward you for doing something you have disadvantage on.
So
which I think
it's determining the results of the disadvantage roll. Then you get to decide whether or not you want to re-roll that one.
Then you want to, yeah.
Okay.
Then you
And
want to
then I
roll
get
that
to choose if I want the disadvantage one or the lucky.
Gotcha.
Yes, that's the way it was meant. They wrote it differently, and they're okay with it staying that way. But because I can have it be the way they wanted it to be, that's what I'm going to do with that. If we ever get to this point, there's a bit of a. I know that different people run this in way. Glass. Just what is it? The way it would work is let's say you wanted to... Fireball's a very good example. Let's say you wanted to fireball through a fog cloud. You could send it out at an arbitrary distance and then blow it up. You don't have to see where you're trying to hit it. If there's a pane of glass in between you and where you want to set off your fireball, the fireball would happen at the pane of glass. It wouldn't go through it. The same is true for any kind of like snowball swarm or summoning a mage hand. You have to have a direct path with just water or air between you and where you want it to happen. Otherwise, it would happen at the obstruction. And glass counts as an obstruction. It's still a physical thing that's there. The fact that you can see through it doesn't mean that you can automatically cast spells through it. It is one of the ways that mundane people can at least counter magic a little bit.
Okay.
Glass.
Glass shield.
I'm good.
Just make an entire building out of glass.
You can't hit me.
And then they shoot like one
Rock.
shoot an arrow, even like shoot one like Eldritch Blast, and the whole thing comes crashing down.
Oh yeah, that's fun. Shattered.
Exactly. So there's still
But you couldn't put the shatter
you can
inside
still
that house.
you can still break the glass, obviously, but you wouldn't be able to make something instantly go through glass.
Unless it's bulletproof glass.
Or unless it's a spell that explicitly goes through cover. For example, Sacred Flame.
What about spell sniper or sharpshooter?
Those increase your range, which means you increase the
And you
distance
don't.
you can hit.
Okay, so
They
it doesn't
ignore-
go. It wouldn't ignore that cover.
No.
Gotcha.
I would. They specifically ignore half and 3/4
Yep,
cover.
so it
It
wouldn't
doesn't say the
ignore.
creature gains no benefit from cover, which is the wording for Sacred Flame. It ignores these kinds of
Gotcha.
cover, but
Okay.
does not ignore total cover, which is
Okay.
what glass is. And then guidance. Essentially, the thing to remember about guidance is that it is both a spell that is obviously cast, and then it takes an action to do so. So if there's something like that I want an investigation check for something just passively, it's not the kind of thing that you would knowingly be able to guidance.
But if you're looking for something,
Or if you want to like, hey, I'm going to try and figure out how old this horse here is. Guidance me. And then you smell. That's something that you could do. Or if you're like, where is this person? Guidance, look. It's another action afterwards. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page for that.
okay, but if we're out of combat, then
Presuming that it's not something that is incredibly important instantaneously, you would be taking an extra amount of time to guidance and then do the thing.
but you can still just do it on yourself.
Yes. You just have to note that you're doing it. If time isn't important, then I'll let you know. It should be obvious. Oh, and then mending. I think you're the one who has
Yeah,
mending.
I'm
But
the one
like,
that has mending.
if you want to mending something repeatedly to cover a larger hole, that's okay. As long as you're still putting together parts of the hole. We discussed that.
Yeah.
That was all of the administrative items. So thank you for sitting through that. Short rest completed.
Yay.
I am back
I healed
full.
up to 36 of my 38. I still have one hit dice left, but I don't want to spend that.
I have no hit dice left, and I healed up to 38 of 44.
You added con mod for each hit dice.
Do you add your con mod to
You
this?
add your con
You
mod
add
to
your
each
con
hit
mod.
dice.
No.
Oh crap! Oops.
Yeah.
Then I would be...
Just add it. Don't unroll the dice. Just
Yeah.
have expended them and added up the appropriate number.
Or I still would have used all my dice. So
I'll
I
look
should
up-
have
Yeah.
used
Back
the
to
same
full.
I
number.
used all of my dice and just barely got up to full.
Yeah, I still would have used all the
I
dice I used.
apologize. Yeah. It is. Here we go. For each hit dice spent this way, the player rolls the die and adds the character's constitution modifier to it. The character regains hit points equal to the total.
Cool.
Minimum of 0.
And it says
The player can decide to spend an additional hit dice after each roll.
and it says you can add your con mod to it.
Yeah, that you roll it. For each hit dice spent this way, the player rolls the dice and add the character's constitution modifier to it. You bring that much.
Nice.
After each dice, you can choose whether to roll.
Nice.
Okay, lovely. So, after all of you are freshening up, one of your bound captives starts. Did you gag them?
No, I just tagged them.
It was. Ah! Who speaks Orcish? In Orcish, he shouts out basically a long series of curses, mostly invoking the rage of the one-eyed one and hoping that all of you get impaled with a very long javelin.
I'm gonna go over and check on him.
He's obviously conscious.
I'd like to shout back at him that he's lucky
Let's
he
not
hasn't been
shout.
beheaded yet in Orcish.
He kind of like, it'll be like, well, I'd rather you gift me a quick death than leave me tied up here. As soon as I get my brothers free, I will end all of you personally.
Is that an orc or common?
Yeah.
In common, he
Okay.
noticed, he shifted
Immediately,
to
I'm
common.
gonna say, we're gonna leave you alive. You want a swift death? We're gonna leave you alive, but just take solace that an elf beat you guys. You were beaten once again by an elf.
Just stop
And children.
Just stop
I
antagonizing.
feel like that's also
Ah.
2 elves and 3 children.
Huh?
You count, Bronwyn, because I count. We're the same. Yeah.
But she's also 6 foot something, and you're like,
She is also 19.
Okay.
I'm only 20.
He seems to basically, he's looking at you, and as he's
2
looking at you,
elves.
he's drawing like more
3
and
children.
more, like just, you can see the rage boiling up from inside of him.
It'd be a shame if you lost an eye.
So I walked.
It really
forward
would, wouldn't
to
it?
where I was like
trying to make you
inches away from his face,
Okay.
and then I adjust the eye color.
He as you're approaching him, he tears himself free from the rope.
I cast hold person.
Ooh.
Did you see how easy he did that?
Can I stab?
50. He obviously I needed to check manacles, take a DC 20 strength to break through, so rope ain't doing nothing to him.
Where do you roll?
But 15.
Not enough.
Okay, he is paralyzed, I believe. Yes.
Yes.
You see?
He,
You see
like,
how quickly he
rips
did that?
free the ropes, and
He
as
has
he's like
manacles.
going to stand up, he like
No, he doesn't fall over.
he stays still.
Yeah.
All right.
Did
I'm
you
thinking
put
of
manacles
stunned or
on
something like that.
place?
If he breaks them, you're replacing them.
Sure.
He freezes in place. Like he's reaching up, freezes, and like tilts back slightly.
Alright, I'm gonna go and kind of like.
Do you want 1 set or 2 sets?
I have 15 strength. Reasonably speaking, do I think that I can like push him onto his side without giving him a concussion from knocking him over?
You can have people help you.
Would
Um,
anyone want to help? Though? That's the question.
No, so what I probably would like to do
No.
is at least
You'd just
knock him
rather
back
behead
out.
him, but
But
Oh,
so I
can we
accept-
wait just a second on that?
you are risking our lives for this madness.
I am not risking our lives. He's paralyzed.
For how long?
Well, it's a wisdom check. So, I'm gonna leave that one with you.
I did
you know
not
what? That one's
discriminate.
fair.
It could be any time.
You know what? That one is fair.
Alright, I'm gonna go next to him. I know that you understand common.
I hand you 1 set of manacles.
Thank you. And can I put them on him?
Oh,
Not without unparalyzing him, because he is.
I'll put one on one arm.
and so at the same time, I'm going to go behind him and just have my blade open, so the minute he moves, I can.
I also get my dagger out and get like within range and get ready to throw.
I've unsheathed my sword.
I'm just gonna stand there smiling.
He's like-
properly
he's like-
antagonized
His
him.
eyes are like moving around and they're locked on you, and you can just see like you can see blood start to like just slowly get bigger in his eyes. He's just filled with rage.
Hey. Focus on me for just a moment. You can go back to stabbing daggers with your eyes.
She's elf too, you know.
DC is what, 16?
Yes.
Okay, I should check. He's not gonna do this.
I'll stand in front
She's
of
an
him.
elf as well.
He can't move his head.
He like
I don't want to kill you. You have a life outside of what you're doing right now that I'm sure that you're happy to go back to. Consider the fact that we took out all of your friends. Consider the fact that you got knocked out too.
it's every 6 seconds.
I know. Calm down for just a moment.
He's not gonna get into this. Be calmer.
Yeah.
Give me a persuasion check.
While she's talking to him,
Can I
can I
have
just
guidance?
that black
Just
thing
tap
that I
roll
got
it
that
back, 'cause-
Yay!
Okay.
that black
She
rock that I
gave me
have?
guidance.
It's still 6 seconds to finish casting guidance. So it's 6 seconds to go through the entire motion, and then you can begin your check.
Okay, did he become unparalyzed
No.
during that 6 Okay.
No, of course you did.
Wait, Zach. Thank you.
This is something where it's actually very time sensitive because it'll end after a minute.
11.
His rage does not seem to
It's okay.
abate.
Bronwyn, would you come over here and grab hold of his arms?
You realize that requires me putting my sword down.
I mean, I can do it.
I'm just waiting for any twitch of movement.
And if you have to grab both, don't you have to put your shield down?
I just need one arm. You grab one arm, I grab the other.
Okay.
You go forward
And
to grab.
the goal is, I'm gonna unparalyze him. We're gonna smash his hands together. Man,
I look at Ryzen. Be ready.
Oh,
You
yes.
You can also knock him out.
Oh, no.
I
He's
sheath my
down.
sword.
In the minute he
While
was.
while they were talking,
He makes an attack roll at you.
Sure.
I was prepared.
Yes, he's going to attack, and you guys are going to attack him simultaneously.
Okay.
Oh, good.
You got a 20.
Okay.
A nat 20?
Yeah.
So
He
that's,
needed at least
a
16 and he was
24.
really low.
It's a 24.
So he swings. Basically, he's on the ground. He's flailing. He like flails at you. Do you
Oh, yeah.
like react at all?
I mean, I'll try and stop him, but I'm not gonna attack him.
He's not. He's gonna miss. Okay. So you stand where you are. As he's swinging up,
22.
24.
he gets stabbed. What in the back?
Yeah.
And
Like-
then where
And a
is
dagger
that?
thrown
Wait,
into
how were
his
you stabbing him in
into-
the back if he was lying down?
He was
Yeah.
he was pulling
No.
himself up.
Oh, okay.
There's
I see.
space back there.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's what I said. Behind
I-
the back.
So
like,
simultaneously, sword through the back of the
Don't-
chest, dagger flying in, hitting him dead in the neck. Kind of.
I'm gonna go and try and like. I know it doesn't do any
No,
good.
that
but
was the one that was punching you in the face. I don't know if I.
Did we notice that? Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
I
That was
would've
the
been
only
so
one who
clear.
rolled a 1.
I'm gonna go and like try and staunch the bleeding. I know that that's obviously not gonna do anything, but I'm
I
gonna do it anyway.
can go over and cast Spare the Dying. But
with
I
my
feel like
action, can I
there's-
just cast Spare the Dying?
Yes.
Yeah.
Boom.
It is
I want
touch.
him to live
It's
knowing
touch. Are you
how
okay
he
with
was,
that?
Yeah. I don't care. I beat him. He,
Okay,
the
because you've
fact
just
that
been
he's-
talking shit the entire time. So I just want
I
The
to.
just-
fact
I
that
just
he
quickly
is so
pull my
angry
dagger
is
back and
actually
clean it off.
hilarious.
He is spared from dying.
But he's still unconscious. At 0 hit
I would
points.
say, given the amount of damage you did directly to him while he was at like literally 1 HP, there is still a chance that he could die nonetheless. You've done a good amount to help, but given the fact that this is his second time going
Yeah, I was trying to kill him.
stable, and you're trying to kill
I was
him,
trying to kill him.
I tried.
you could try and keep him alive. You don't know how much longer he's going to be able to stay on this.
No, I just want to grab that black rock out of my
Can I have
pocket and
my
just
manacle
draw
back?
on all the other orcs'
Yeah,
faces.
take it.
Just
Oh, you bastard!
draw on all the other orcs' faces.
Yay.
They won't know it was me. I'm not gonna put any elf on there. I'm just gonna give them, mustaches here, some
How old
Give
are
me
you?
give me a
97.
straight dex check.
Older
Unless
than
you're
you.
proficient with any kind of artist tools.
no one.
Okay, so basically you're just able to kind of like smear the rock across their faces.
That works.
You've given them more paint.
I've given the yeah.
They look more badass now.
Your
Somehow.
hand is also just like all black.
Can I just pat one on the chest, or pat him on the chest with a bare hand? Just
So while
putting
Augie's
a
doing
hand mark on their
the
chest.
most mature thing,
I'm trying to like staunch
This
the
is something
bleeding.
my little brother would do. I hope you know
give
that.
me a medicine check.
He's
I
15.
don't.
That's really good.
They're gonna wake up
18, 19,
and they're gonna be pissed.
26.
26.
They're gonna see each
I'm
other's
not saying
face.
it's not
You
funny.
wouldn't be able-
I'm just
what are
saying
you-
that's
it's
something
not
my brother
bleeding.
would do.
Their hands.
I'm
Okay,
97,
you're able to get
okay?
a good grip on. Like they're.
I'm not even an adult yet.
It is magically assisted in being stopped. You are able to keep him. You probably won't die for as long as you're actively tending to him,
Yeah.
but you could lose him very quickly.
Are the others that are still unconscious wearing anything that could be removed without me untying them? Like, are they wearing
You could
boots?
You
begin
can tear
to.
cloth.
You could begin to try and like cut off the armor.
We
Are
already
you
did
wanting?
We
To
were
wear
already
it,
taking
or
off
are
the
you
armor.
Oh, you
wanting-
yeah,
we
you
were
cut
already
off all the
taking
armor.
off all the armor.
Oh,
yeah.
okay, yeah.
We wouldn't have
Over
cut
the
it
course
off.
of-
We would have
Not
just
me.
taken it off as.
I feel like we would have had to cut it off.
If you
Do just so quickly. Or,
you would be able to do it over the course
Okay.
of a short rest.
Yeah,
So
I
it's,
would.
It's an hour,
gotcha.
so they're naked.
Yeah, bundle it up, and
I feel. Well, I feel
And
much
what?
better now.
I don't know if I can fit it in the
You
bag
go
of
ahead and
holding,
keep the other
but
ones
we're
alive.
gonna.
He was always with that
I have an
bug
extra
because of the
backpack.
fact
We
that
can
he knocked
stuff
her
some
out.
of it
So,
in there.
Go ahead.
Right.
With age, hopefully you'll learn
Some
mercy
dirt over it.
or any kind of maturity. Both of you,
For it.
actually. Mostly you at this point.
Okay, honestly.
Because him, I understand.
The bleeding is beginning to come out of the neck again.
Stop your shit talking. Concentrate on saving the dude, right?
You could help. You're a cleric.
I did all I could.
Didn't you use all your spell slots?
No,
Oh, damn.
but I did all I could.
Hey, he's not worth it.
He's
Yeah.
not helping.
I did all I wanted to.
That's fair. I did too. Just stab him in the throat.
Should have aimed for the eye.
So we
It
got.
was a panicked
we have
moment.
a
He
couple
started
options
moving.
now.
I
We
did.
Oh, I should
But
remove
he got
one of
up,
this-
yeah.
these
Yeah.
ropes.
So with the heavy armor or that plate mail, could I just have Einar help me with pulling? Yeah, Einar help me with pulling it off to the side and just hiding it behind some tall grass or something and throwing dirt
Yeah,
over
just
top to
somewhere.
keep it out of our so we can come pick it up on our way back through, but we don't have to carry it with us and be encumbered the entire time.
That would take some time. You can do that.
Yeah.
You could have asked me. Well, I'll probably be more concerned about what our next plan of action would be.
So I have an idea, I say, while holding this guy's neck, and blood is like,
And his back. Thinking and his chest.
oh, good. Like a
Basically-
little bloody
basically,
sandwich.
Basically, you're having to like make sure that again, it has
You've
been
got your
magically
finger
assisted.
plugging an artery.
Oh.
It has been magically assisted, so it's beginning to heal on its own, but without assistance.
I mean, I have an idea, but judging by your previous actions, I feel like you're not really going to be okay with it.
No. Again.
No, you don't even hear it. You're just like, no.
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 I will
Okay.
humor listening to your idea.
So here's the good news: is if somebody does this to you, I will feel mostly the exact same way. So you
Don't.
take consideration.
Don't ever kill anyone for me. Ever. I'd rather die.
Really?
Yes.
I look at Robert like, I don't understand.
We need a new cleric.
You aren't God. You don't get to
There we go.
choose who
Get rid
lives
of
and who
her.
dies.
Oh yes, I do. I do it numerous times. So keep going.
You've done it numerous times, and clearly that's been so helpful for you. So helpful.
It has been,
You've
yeah.
really
Very
grown
been.
as a person.
Yeah, very beneficial.
We're not there during this conversation.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We could bring him into the tribe and ask for healing. As a peace offering. Clearly we care enough about him and ask if they heal him. They probably have someone that can do that. That's the only idea that I have right now that would... Well, no, I have several ideas, but that's the idea that I feel would give us the best advantage going into the conversation. But, again, judging by you guys in general, I don't imagine that that's something that you want to do.
No.
My concern with that is if they stabilize him enough where he can talk again, he's just gonna say, you know,
We can
we're-
tell him we can tell them what happened. We came to talk and they attacked us, which is what happened. We don't have to lie because we didn't do anything wrong.
So just to ask, if these individuals share this belief, what makes you think the individuals in the village will not have the same viewpoint when they see us present what happened? They're essentially going to say, we want to wipe out the city because they are blasphemy to Grumsh.
Not everyone follows him.
In that village, the entire village is going to...
The entire tribe is going to attack. However, entire civilizations do things all the time that not everyone agrees with. That's the reality of having a leader.
So you're hoping...
that their
that-
leader feels differently than everyone else. I
They-
find that unlikely.
yeah, I find that likely. Now there may be somebody within the village, except within the tribe, that may disagree. But will they make up enough numbers to be able to?
You're not going to convince me to go into the tribe and slaughter everybody.
No, I'm not attempting to do that. I believe
Because that sounds like it's exactly what you're attempting to do. I don't agree with you.
I've never said that. Well, if it comes to that, it comes to that. My idea was essentially just take out the leader. You take out the head.
You take out the head and a power vacuum is left.
Yes, but the likelihood of them attacking the village anytime soon is going to be...
Is still high because they're in the area. They've moved the tribe closer so that they can attack the village. And what happens when you create a power vacuum
if they will
is
fight
somebody
overpower.
steps in who's the strongest. You think he doesn't have a second in command? You think he doesn't have a third in command?
Could be possible.
You
But at the
think,
same
you think he doesn't have a son or a daughter who will step in?
and most likely there'll be infighting to try to determine that leader. Who
You
knows?
are making some vast assumptions about
So are you.
I'm making assumptions about the nature of people.
Yes.
You're making assumptions about the nature of orc politics.
Similar.
I've seen people's nature. Have you seen orc politics? Have you seen an orc presidential election? Have you?
They freaking use the electoral college. It
Oh
is
god, the
barbaric.
savages!
barbaric, so old school.
I mean, short
so
of
old
Mad
school.
Max, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Have you ever been to an orc pole place, Johnson?
I voted blue. So, well, it depends. I don't see your likelihood succeeding. I'll just be honest.
I think that if you go in there and you try and slaughter their leader, that you're not going to walk out alive. I think that they're going to fall on you with all of their numbers, and it is an entire tribe of orcs. I think that Apoxin, while he said that he suggested killing, I think that realistically he couldn't possibly expect us to go in and kill an entire tribe of orcs by ourselves.
That's why I believe he was presuming if we just take out the leader, we gonna get. He's again. We're talking about what was it, a patron?
A patron.
A patron. Requesting for us to eliminate them.
He didn't say eliminate. He said eliminate the threat of them.
He said kill them. I was actually trying to reserve killing them until I saw their behavior. Now I can see where he's coming from, and I can see his logic.
You saw the behavior of 6 scouts who believed that they were under threat.
Yes, but under threat, no.
Yes.
We were completely peaceful, and we even attempted to talk to them. Then we got them to calm down, and they disagreed with your ideas, which I thought was completely suitable. And because they disagreed with your ideas, they wanted to attack you. They didn't even offer you the ability to be able to leave. They just wanted to wipe you out just because you were different. So if they expect for you to be different, how do you expect these other individuals to not share the same viewpoint?
I'm not going to paint an entire species of humanoid with the same brush.
Not species. I'm saying that tribe. We know for a fact we have pretty cool. Well, not cool. Sorry, wrong term.
You've met
More modern.
Wow.
More modern. We've met individuals who were completely opposite.
You've met a single orc.
Wait,
Everyone else has been a half orc.
Inside the.
There were a couple like
Yeah, I thought there were
scrawnier full orcs.
Yeah.
They
That you
weren't.
haven't
They
met.
weren't.
Well,
they
we saw
weren't
them
like
inside,
orc
though.
orcs. These orcs are much. You've not. I don't think there's been
Drock
a definitely full orc.
specifically mentioned that he had human in his bloodline.
True, but there was other orcs inside of.
Or it's similar.
None of them were as bulky as the ones that you saw then.
Why?
There was a
Which means that there's
notable
human blood in
step
them.
down.
They also noted that they follow
Luthic.
Luthic,
True.
who, upon hearing Luthic's name, Augie was like, yeah, okay, you guys are good. I'm happy now.
So this is not a full paintbrush on the entire species as a whole. Never, I would never give that a consideration. That's the reason why I'm actually going to be doing some investigation as to why those
So
orcs were
instead of
swapped
doing
out.
investigation to the tribe, you're going to paint them all with the same brush and send their tribe into a spiral of chaos.
Not the
Because
entire-
that's what would happen. If
It-
there's a power vacuum and there's infighting, that is what will happen. And people who will be affected who are not just the bad people. You're going to have women, you're going to have children, you're going to have men that didn't intend to do any harm who are going to be affected by this. That's consequences. That's paying attention to your actions. They have consequences and more than just the people that you're attacking and killing.
Did we give extra information of who was in the tribe?
It's a tribe.
Yeah, so there was. So with that, they
Orcs
just.
don't have cities. They have tribes. This is a family group, not necessarily
That's what I
family
was asking.
group,
Like, was
but
there like family units in there? Did they describe it, or was it like a completely warrior base?
You don't know.
So there was.
Given what you have been told so far, you could say it's the entire tribe that has moved here. It could be only the warriors that moved here. You don't know.
Okay. So, I'm willing to listen to this idea. I'm not willing to allow you to put this group at risk when it seems like we're probably going to a suicide mission. So, we're going to have to find a way to be able to, because I'll be honest, us talking to them, I'm almost seeing them just sitting their entire tribe or whatever group is on top of us.
as opposed to you, going in, sneaking in by yourself and somehow taking out the leader without anyone seeing you?
I didn't say myself. Why would I?
Well, who's going to do that?
Well, I would definitely
Augie?
be one of them, but
Augie, are you going to sneak into their tribe and kill the chieftain by yourself without any of us going in?
I'm sorry,
You're the sneakiest.
I'm still working on this one piece of armor here. It's pretty heavy. Einar's pushing and I'm pulling, but it's not going anywhere. Can
Look,
someone
I'm
help?
trying my best.
One second, can I get strength checks from both of you?
Oh, God.
no!
Oh.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh,
5.
10. The
Well,
streak
I rolled
continues.
5.
Okay, yeah, so Augie's pulling, but you can tell it's Einir's pushing that's actually doing any of the work.
Yeah, I know.
I would like to offer
Your strength is higher than mine.
a
Still, he's doing his best. Okay.
Yeah.
suggestion
Yes.
that's not going to solve our problem, but it might give us better guidance on how to go about it.
Sure, I'm all ears.
Someone in our party can cast invisibility.
Yes.
That means someone could sneak in and maybe not into their village. They don't want to make too much noise, but we can sneak up and see the kind of numbers we're up against, what kind of defenses we're up against.
Someone also can bring up an owl and do that from above without even
Yeah, I can
going
make
close
the owl
to the camp.
invisible too.
But the owl part. Wait, what time is it? Is it nighttime or?
It's
No,
the,
it's
like,
middle of the day,
this
yeah.
is maybe mid-afternoon.
So the owl would be
sun's in the sky.
relatively obvious because owls are.
Unless it's invisible.
Oh,
It can be an
that's
Or
invisible
if it's
owl.
flying
Keep in mind,
out of sight range,
and
so it looks like a bird.
This is out of character, but keep in mind that even though she is a sorcerer, she is still a spellcaster, and
I am running low.
yeah, and that's a 2nd level spell.
I have
What's the second level?
2
spell?
first, 2
Invisibility.
second, and 1 third.
Oh.
Because of that fight.
Sorcery points.
I have 2 sorcery points.
Because she's been
So,
quickening stuff.
one
So,
first. One
keep
extra
in
first.
mind that whatever she does to get us in, and this is just so that we're all on the same page, whatever she does to get us information, that's less stuff that she's able to do if we actually sit down and have to fight. Similarly, I have 3 first level spell slots. What do you have?
2
Yeah.
first level
So-
spell slots.
Just understand that, regardless of what we end up doing, if there's a way to not fight today, that might be in everybody's best
Well,
interest.
I was thinking,
And that was out of character just because I wanted to spell slots.
if we can find out information about them, if it comes to the decision that it would be smarter to attack them before talking, or even talking before attacking, but I'll get to that in a minute, we could sleep now and go tonight.
And then what are we going to
You
do
don't
with
get the
these?
benefits of a long rest until it's been 24 hours.
You have to wait 24 hours between the end of your long
Oh, okay.
rest.
Well, we can go back, maybe rent some rooms, stuff this plate armor in there, the boomerangs, and just leave it
I mean,
so
if
that we don't have to carry it around so we
selling-
can sell them later.
selling the plate armor would get us,
A significant amount.
yeah.
You're assuming you can get full gold for this plate armor.
Even if we
Even-
don't get full gold,
You're-
it's 6
5
people in full
yeah.
plate armor.
Yeah.
You're also assuming that
orc
this
plate
town
armor.
is doing good.
I'm not saying we have to
Wait,
sell
no, we're
it.
not selling it here?
There-
Oh, okay, cool.
We're buying horses.
I
We
was
can just
saying-
shove it on the horse's back
That's
for
really
the people who are
heavy.
the lightest.
That's really heavy. But anyway, though, I'm not going to kill anybody. However, if you are all so against the idea of reasoning with them, I at least want to see if there's anyone there who doesn't want to attack the village. If there's anyone there who follows Luthic, or who is willing to leave.
That's fine.
Considering
That's fine.
But we're not going to go on a murderous rampage and be like,
Because-
oh,
well, that's
orc
exactly-
child,
that's
kill.
exactly what it sounds like
orc
we
pregnant
do.
lady,
Of course
kill.
not.
We're not going to do
Not
that.
children and pregnant ladies, but I mean, literally anybody else
Old
without
orc
asking
guy in
questions.
it with
sure.
a cane that can't see, kill.
No.
No, we're not going to
Yeah,
do that.
that's
It's
too extreme.
going to be the ones who attack us, or
Yes.
the ones who show aggression towards us.
Exactly.
Oh, aggression towards the people who are attacking their tribe. I wonder what's that going to be like.
I also don't necessarily think we should be getting rooms in town. The reason being, we're supposed to be preventing the town getting attacked. If we're in a room somewhere, how are we going to prevent if they decide to strike tonight?
So that does.
Well,
lead-
I mean, we took out their scouts. If their scouts don't come back, they're gonna start.
Looking for them.
Yeah,
So
and then
I do have something I can do if we get pretty close to the camp and decide to, or pretty close to the war
Oh, I
tribe,
understand. I'll take it back.
pretty close to that big thing. I can use one of these nifty little spell scrolls I have here and pull out the alarm spell. I can put a line, across that would be like a main travel path. I can put a nice little barrier around there. So if anyone
How
comes
big?
in, pretty big. That way, if anyone comes in, if anyone goes across it, I'll be mentally alerted. That way we can say, oh, hey, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, and it lasts up to 8 hours.
20-foot cube.
20-foot
That's
cube.
within. How far can you get that alert?
I don't know. I
it
bought
say
this.
on
I
the
bought this
scroll?
spell scroll. It doesn't.
Can I-
I
can I
can
look-
hardly read the
Do
language.
you want to read the? Do you
I
wanna
don't
read
think
the,
I can read alarm, but
The words?
yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
You
yeah.
could, if you want, you have the spell scroll, so you have the literal description of the spell.
I don't
set
have
an
it in
alarm.
front of me, so I don't have any.
You set an alarm against an area in range that is no longer than a 20-foot cube until the spell ends. An alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches or enters the warded area. You can designate creatures that don't set off the thing. You have to be within a mile of the warded location to get it. It can either be a pinging in your mind or an audible alarm.
All we have to do is be within 1 mile.
What if we put the orcs?
Oh, we just
Then
we find a major footpath. That they've
Yeah,
been using.
no, but listen, please. What if we put the orcs inside of that 20-foot cube that we captured? That way, if someone comes and tries to investigate them, I mean, we can put them in the middle of the footpath.
You would get the alarm the entire time.
Yep.
But if
It
you
is touching the
designated
cube.
them to
Oh.
not set off the alarm,
Yes.
But then we wouldn't know if they left either. We wouldn't know if they got up and just ran away and
I
alerted
mean,
told
that's
them.
true.
Because if I designate them and they're inside the cube, beep, 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 beep. But if they get up and leave, I'll know they leave, at least.
You can also have
But
the sound of a
it-
handbell.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
Audible.
Ding-a-ling-a-ling.
but then you also wouldn't get an alarm if someone came to. The problem is if they're. We don't know for certain that they're gonna take a major footpath.
No, we don't know that. But
So how
it's the
how
smart.
good is
It's a free spell that I have that I don't have to use any. I
You
don't
can
have.
put it.
I won't be tired.
You can. So we know the direction of their camp, correct?
Yes.
So we can put it in. Let me see if I can verbally describe this. So we've got the 5 people. Let's hope that the 5th guy lives. The 5 people over here.
Have you been
You're
holding him the
still like
entire
holding
time?
on to him.
I know.
But
Let
as
me-
you're pointing
let-
on
no,
the
no, no,
ground.
no. Let me verbally describe to you how this is going to happen while Alyssa describes to you on the thing.
You have dirt. You can draw it out.
While I'm sandwiching this guy's dying
right,
body,
actually,
yeah,
yes.
blood's
Okay.
splurting
Just
out.
flick blood in the right direction.
Oh god.
He is stable. You don't have to care.
Whew,
You don't
okay.
have to care for him. It's been a long time.
Whew. Okay, so we've got the 5 people here. We know the direction of camp. We know that they're not going to.
Are you drawing this in blood?
No.
Yes.
That's
I am.
So we know that the first thing they're going to do is go back to camp so that they can alert people of what's going on and then bring the entire tribe to the village.
With the wrath of all the orcs back to the village.
Well, we know that that's where they're going. So if you put the alarm in front of them towards the tribe, you know as soon as they all wake up, as soon as they head that way. We know roughly how long it's going to take them to get there based on how far away the tribe is, and then that gives us time to start moving as opposed to running up as orcs are already on their way down.
Makes sense.
Of course, this also relies
But-
on them going through that 20-foot space, but if it's like right in front of where they are,
It could work, but what I was thinking was if once they wake up, we're pretty much fucked regardless. They're only going to be asleep for maybe 2 to 4 more
You
hours.
could make a medicine check on them to find
Yeah.
out.
guidance?
High.
no.
They all rolled 4s.
Oh.
So they're going to be awake in about 3 more
They
hours.
all rolled 4s.
21.
3 hours at this point.
Yeah, about 3 more hours.
2.5 hours.
Yeah, so they're going to be awake pretty soon.
Oh.
If we
relatively.
don't take them back to the town as prisoners, or if we don't kill them, or if we keep them tied up and you think that you can get through to one of them, then they're going to go back to the town or their tribe immediately and bring everything they have immediately.
Which is why I was saying to put the alarm there so we know if they wake up.
But that'd just be in
Because
my
what
mind
it-
at least.
Because what they're going to tell their tribe is that they found, intruders or whatever, and they fought them, and for whatever reason, the intruders didn't kill them.
And they're probably going to see it as a sign of weakness, but who knows?
In which
Oh,
case,
not the one that that I laughed at.
maybe you shouldn't have
not
laughed
that-
at it. Maybe you should have acted your age. I
I'm
don't know.
sorry, but it was given the perfect opportunity. I had to take it. Oh, meanwhile, I'm gonna take the chalk out while he's stable and just or the not chalk, the
Can I stop him
charcoal.
from doing that?
To do what?
Just draw on the guy's face. This time I'm gonna put elf right across
Can I
his
stop
forehead.
him from doing that? Or actually, no, do it, and then I'll wipe it off, because it's charcoal.
It is charcoal. I was like,
Just,
It's
exactly.
doubtful if they'll even notice it after they stand up.
Well, that's why I wanted elf
it's not
across
charcoal,
the face.
It's just regular coal.
just do
Coal.
the mom.
I don't know how we
Yeah, that's why. So everyone else can see that they're painted. But
So
yeah, I was wondering when you're gonna do that. It's just dust.
I walk over to Einir and I'm like, hey, Einir,
Prestidigitation.
wow,
I appreciate that. Thank you.
could you use your owl at least just to investigate to see the facility of the tribe? Just so
The
we
tribe was like a couple miles away, right? The big smoke that I saw, that was a while. That was,
Yes, from a couple miles from here, yeah.
I can send my owl, but it's gonna be a while.
And it would only know what an owl would notice.
Yeah.
Can she?
I mean, I can send it in
yeah.
that direction, and I can get like.
Can't you tell
there's-
him what to
there's
do?
some orcs.
It still has a limited amount of intelligence.
Okay,
It
gotcha.
has intelligence of like 2.
Okay.
It's not going to
Okay.
be able to give her a detailed like analysis.
Gotcha.
It's going to think what an owl would think at that range.
Okay.
so we lose our
Well, I mean, it's
scouting
still
ability.
better than nothing.
Yeah, I can send
you
it, get
guidance
some
or-
information.
You
Not
could get
that far
you could
away.
get
Not
the
that
owl
far away.
an
For a minute.
approximate size.
And it's touched.
The
Yeah.
owl can touch itself, and you can activate touch spells through your owl. So the owl can guidance itself.
Within 100 feet.
I know. After it gets past a certain
Also,
point,
I think
it
we.
won't.
I think that in no situation there's no situation I'm foreseeing where the alarm spell wouldn't come in handy, because I think that before these people wake up, they're probably going to send. Well, actually, maybe not before they wake up, but maybe before they get back to the main camp. If we don't take them, they're going to send people to come and investigate.
How far away are we from the Ludwig?
Yeah, I was just
Louisville?
At this point, you're around a mile away.
So as long as we hang on the absolute outskirts of the town, I'll know. But that's about it. I'd have to camp on the outskirts for
You're
the next
currently
8
slightly
hours.
farther than a mile. You wouldn't be able to actually
Yeah.
enter the town.
I think that taking them into town might be a good idea.
I think that'd be the better idea.
Yeah.
I can lay down the as soon as we get no. Yeah, no, that'd be the better idea. I wouldn't even have to use the scroll.
What, to take them into town as prisoners of war?
Yeah.
We can still try and use the alarm spell along like somewhere where like
Roughly a mile from the center of the town
yeah.
of Louisville.
Of just in the general direction of where their tribe is, so that we might be able to get something. But
It's easier for people to accept different ideals when they have a face to it. If they just have me, I'm just a half elf. They have no idea. They don't care what I have to say. But if they could talk, because I doubt that they've ever actually spoken to anyone who actually lives in Louisville.
So I'm hopeful you're right regarding this. Hopeful.
You don't
That's
have
the-
to be
that's-
helpful.
I am
You
too.
just have to not
I would like-
slaughter them as I'm taking them there.
I'm hopeful too.
Yeah, I'm hopeful. The realistic side says that you're going
The
to
realistic
be...
side?
Yes, because
Oh,
you're
how
going to
many
be...
situations like this have you been put in where you've actually given mercy to someone?
A couple. When
Truly.
necessary.
Can I
When
insight check
necessary.
that? Sorry to be a dick,
Okay.
but
Didn't you give mercy to Raul?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that was...
I mean, that was kind of because he had a use, but
That was,
No.
that
I was gonna say
No.
that was not out of the goodness of your heart.
that
Oh,
was because
yeah.
I asked you to, and
Yes,
you're like,
exactly.
okay.
That's the only reason why...
19. Like genuine mercy, not because they had a use or because Einir the halfling was like, no.
Oh,
bro.
you'd be like,
Genuine mercy.
Just because.
Yes, because mercy. That's what mercy is.
But isn't all mercy kind of a little selfish? You're doing it for you're giving them mercy for yourself, not for their sakes, but for yourself.
No.
Therefore, mercy's kind
No.
of selfish.
No, you don't have to give mercy to someone for yourself.
It's basically
Make
what it
yourself
is.
feel better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
It's
basically
not to
what
make
it
yourself
is.
feel better, it's to
Do
give
you
them a
want to
chance
have
to
a
accumulate.
philosophical discussion? Or are you thinking about the orc?
Yeah.
Like I've been letting y'all run, but I'm gonna like pull it in a little bit at this point.
It was a 19.
Oh, and so it depends.
I
upon
feel like you're having an open up discussion.
Genuine mercy.
At that point, no. I was thinking more of like uses, or if there's
That's
like a
not
specific
mercy.
reason
That's
behind
having
it.
an ulterior motive.
Save
Yes.
it for me.
False.
Save it for me.
False.
Sorry. So I guess our next goal is just to carry transport them. So I probably could carry one, maybe.
Can I carry one? Can I drag one?
How heavy are they?
For the orcs themselves,
How much do they weigh?
Give me a strength score that'll
300 pounds.
be
Yeah.
effective.
So I could carry one essentially.
You would be
I would
able
offer to
to
drag one.
drag is the key word here. Wrong button. I would
I'm
say
not
that you would.
carrying.
You can
Depending
pretend that you're
on-
helping me drag.
What are y'all strength
I
scores?
mean, I can
18.
10.
18.
11.
10.
11 and 10. The two of you couldn't drag one. The others of you.
Could they help each other drag one?
If the two of you work together, you could drag one.
So
the
we can
other,
get
the other
4.
3 of you could drag one each.
So we can get a total of 4, and there's 5.
Well, we also
Kill the
have
fifth
time
one.
to come back.
Let's leave the injured one here as a
What?
warning.
Now, this wouldn't be death, and I can't believe that I'm suggesting
You
this.
wouldn't be able to quite carry it.
All right, what?
A strength of 18.
Mhm.
I
Wouldn't
can't
be able
really
to carry
believe
it.
that.
I
I'm
just
I'm
looked at the
suggesting
number.
this.
How fast would
But-
it be until we get to town dragging them?
Dragging
we,
them. I believe you're going to be moving.
We
What?
can
at
leave
half
him
speed.
without being the ability to speak.
Just
You want to mutilate him while he's unconscious?
That's why I said I can't believe. But we're gonna leave. If we're gonna leave one here, we might as well leave all 5 of them here. That's the
we
that's
don't
the
have
point.
to leave him here. We can make more
We
than
can't-
one
we-
trip.
He's
And
gonna
how
be up
long
in
is it
3
gonna, How long is
hours.
it gonna? How long is it gonna take for us to get all the way
Is it
back
about-
to town,
yeah.
dragging people, and then all the way back?
You can. What we can do is we can have everyone drag 4 people. One, I would assume one of us who can actually like drag.
You would be able to walk at regular speed, dragging.
Yeah, it's a mile away. That's less than an hour to get there.
You two could each carry one, but you're going to be slower if you carry just one each.
I will do that. I'm gonna.
Yeah, we can
Yeah, we're
easily
fine.
get there.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine.
Wait,
She
wait,
says like
you're-
she
you're
wasn't
a
just.
small-sized creature, aren't you?
Huh?
You're a small-sized
Yeah.
creature. Yeah, you're not going to be able to drag that.
You can help me because I'm not. I'm gonna drag the one that I'm carrying. Or I'm bringing. I'm gonna drag him on the ground and
drag
I'll make sure I hit every little bump and rock on the way there.
No, you cannot drag two.
Could you drag two?
You are barely reaching the. Well, not barely. You are comfortable to drag one, but
How
dragging
long?
two.
How
would be
long
way
does
too
it take to walk at a normal speed
back to town?
back to town when it's only a mile away? You can run a mile in 8 minutes.
But you're not running.
I'm aware, but I'm giving that. For,
It's not-
Like,
it's not
I'm
the
giving that
30.
as a
I
comparison.
could
have
say,
an
like,
idea, but I
20,
don't
30
think you
minutes.
guys are gonna like it.
Kill them.
We can't put them in the bag of holding because they won't fit.
That's not what I was gonna suggest.
Okay.
It would be a brilliant idea if we
to
had a
be
bigger
f-
bag.
Yeah. To be fair, I also thought that's what you're doing.
It would take around half an hour.
Yeah, easy.
What if
I don't know.
we put manacles on one and you intentionally woke one up? And Einir threatened him with magic to walk with us.
I mean, I could.
And make him carry his own buddy,
Alright.
so I can stand off to the side.
Well, if we've got him in manacles, we can't do that.
Okay. To start.
Just-
Okay, the
okay,
one
I
that's in
think
manacles.
Let's
is
get
gonna
2
work
sets
on.
of manacles. One set we use it to bind his hands, and then the other one we bind him to his friend.
That's not a bad idea. I have 4 sets.
Yeah.
Do I,
Do it to 2 of them. That way we don't have to. We only have to carry one.
looking at the manacles, do I think realistically that the orc would be unable to break them?
The manacles require a DC 20 strength check to break.
I think that if we're gonna do manacles, we should put 2 sets on them.
That would I say increase to 30, which seems unlikely.
I think
Okay.
that if we're gonna do that, we need to do that.
Yep.
Okay. I think it's better to do that than leave 4 of them in town and come back for the 5th.
I mean, but if we're leaving them in a cell,
Do they have a cell? We don't know that.
They have an entire
It's
mine
a
with
village.
a place where they can summon a patron
It's a
there.
village
In it-
with
it's a-
mud houses.
It's a
Exactly.
village dedicated
No, that's what I meant.
to. Okay. They trade.
I think
They trade with presumably the people who pass through the plains, as well as with some select orc tribes. I highly doubt that they don't have at least a cell.
well,
But
worst
regardless,
case scenario, we
this
put a
works
post in the ground. We get 2 sets of manacles and manacle each orc up to the post in the center of town. That way, everyone else can come throw tomatoes at them.
Why are you so hateful?
Because it would be
What
funny.
has an orc done
I
to
don't-
you in your past that has made you despise them so much?
I'm just saying it'd be funny. It'd be hilarious.
No, I'm
They're not gonna
genuinely
throw
curious.
They're gonna throw rocks.
She's not a full orc,
Dude.
and
But
she's
she's still
not
mean.
that mean.
Do any
But she's
of
still
the
mean.
less injured
Not mean
orcs
because she's an orc. She's mean because she's Bronwyn.
I don't
It's an
know.
important
weaker
distinction.
than the others.
The less injured orcs look weaker.
Yeah, like smaller, like more diminutive. Like,
More so.
Like, did they have less HP than the others did?
Generally speaking, all of these orcs are very similarly toned.
Which one? Because I remember there was one in particular that we were talking with.
You killed him.
That was the dead
Great.
one. That was the
number
dead
one.
one.
That was
Yeah.
number one who died before you could do anything.
I didn't kill him. Just throw that out there. Okay, because we talked to a couple of them. One that we specifically spoke with,
That was number one.
but we spoke with multiple, is what I am saying.
Also number 2. Yes. Who's still number 2? Sorry.
But number 2 was the one that just went straight angry mode, right?
That was number 5.
But still, if they don't have a jail,
Okay,
if they don't have a jail
so
cell,
here's
that's the best
what,
option.
Here's what I suggest. Number 2 is the one we wake up.
Okay.
All right, well, we better get a move on because we don't have much time.
I mean,
right
we've
now.
got like.
We've got about 2 hours.
2 hours.
2 hours. You don't.
Maybe
you don't-
15
you don't
minutes.
have a clock. 2.5 hours.
Not just
you
that,
guys.
but we're not sure exactly when.
We got
the
about
tribe is-
until
I
There.
mean,
We don't know when the tribe is going to attack. Is my statement.
Or
So-
come looking for these guys.
I doubt
Exactly.
they're gonna come looking after a couple hours of them not.
they were elite guard after all, so they probably like, oh, they're just off doing something stupid.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
does
we
sound
could
like
hope
elite
so.
guard.
I mean, they can handle themselves.
Okay, can we get the manacles on
Yep.
this guy then?
Manacle.
So 2 on
And then
him.
it's awkward to get the manacles on because they're not exactly designed for someone this bulky. You're able to squeeze in the first pair and also the second pair. It seems like he'll be unlikely to break it. You think?
That's okay.
Put on
And then
3.
we can use a third pair to make him drag.
Yeah, attach him to one of his friends.
And that'll leave both of your guys' hands free to threaten him to make him walk.
Yeah, because I was going to say, like, what if he starts to run?
That
Well,
sounds cruel, but okay.
So how are you gonna bring
Oh.
him up?
Rainier, can I have my
Or I could
my
behead
rapier back?
Oh yeah.
It's in the bag of holding. There. That way I have a pokey
Oh, I give
weapon.
the longsword too. Okay.
Yeah, that way I have a poking weapon. So you just poke him.
Alright,
Ooh,
And
wait
I
a
just-
second.
I
No,
just
don't
have
want this.
fire.
I'm gonna
Oh.
take the crooked blade.
Especially 5.
Fire.
5.
It's
he's
easier to,
on
you know, just-
last step.
If the blade looks like a crook.
Okay.
So how are you guys waking him up?
Slap him.
I'm grabbing 5.
It
by the
requires
way.
magical
I'll-
HP restoration.
I'll heal him. That's fine. Actually, they would have seen it on number 5 when number 5 woke up. The
Yes. And since you stripped them all bare, actually.
Oh God,
um,
ew! That brought to mind images I did not need in my head.
Thank you. So
We left
they
with a
all have
loincloth.
had, all 5 of them have notably had, it looks like almost like a spectral, it looks almost like a tattoo, although it's lighter in color, of a, what's the flower again?
Lily.
Of a lily on the back of their right hands. For number 5 is on his left.
Hey, he's
A,
left-handed.
a little spectral lily. Just
That's the
sitting
real
there.
power here. Is
Yeah.
telling their television.
Yeah. He's left.
Let's find one who's ambidextrous.
So I grab 5's leg. I'm just waiting.
I will cast Cure Wounds on number 2. He regains. Haha! Finally, rolling like shit does me a service. 4 HP. Literally rolled the lowest number I possibly could have. It's a talent.
You said lilies?
Yes, that's what he said.
That's the symbol of it as well.
Noticed.
BT dubs. Damn it. Got it. Damn it, I dropped it. My life is collapsing in front of me. Alright, I'll find it later.
Alyssa, the holy cursor.
Okay.
I know.
Okay.
Keep
Four.
you folks alive. God damn it.
God damn it, you fuckers.
Whoa. Kind of looks around and then
Alright. You're okay. We didn't kill you.
he looks around and he sees
We
the,
haven't.
I'm intentionally staying
the
out of his view this
blood-stained
time.
corpse of his one
We haven't.
blood-stained
supposed to be
body and then
threatening
the
him.
dead
behind him.
corpse.
We haven't killed
behind
anyone. I
him.
worked very hard to make sure that we didn't. Okay. You guys didn't want to talk earlier. We're going to talk now. And by now I mean in roughly half an hour.
I'm intentionally staying behind him, and every time he turns one way, I follow. Like, I feel like I'm quick enough.
I'm gonna
but-
prepare a firebolt in one hand just to look threatening in the background.
Why should I listen to you?
We kicked your ass a minute a while ago. You sure?
And really, she's the only one that kept you alive. So
Can I...
She's the only reason you're
This
alive.
is a little weird. I want to do an insight check on him. And I don't know if I can. What does this guy want to hear right now?
Give me an insight check.
Motherfucker.
Nope.
It's not terrible again because my modifiers
oh,
are
yeah.
insane.
Yeah.
15.
It's what is it?
15.
15. You have a plus 14.
Wait.
No, yeah, the 7.
You-
Oh, you have a 7. I thought it was a 1. Okay. I was like,
I told you my modifiers are insane.
It looked like a 4, and I was like, "You have an 11 already?" Like,
no, okay, yeah.
I've
we're
got a
good then,
plus
we're good.
5
We're
in
good.
Dex,
No,
and
no.
my highest is an
It
8.
is a-
You don't know.
Okay.
You given you know it's not anything you've said so far to the other ones because they were all still angry at you. So you can narrow those out, but you don't know what you could say to place Classic Kid. He's
We kept you alive because there was no reason to kill you. You were doing what you felt you needed to do to keep yourself and your tribe mates safe.
what would you have me do now? You woke me up for a reason, didn't you?
You're gonna drag one of your teammates.
Oh god. We're taking you back into town. The goal here is just for you to listen. Have you ever met anyone in Luthville? Like actually met them, not tried to kill them, but talk to them?
It's like
You don't agree with their practices, but it's just a yes or no question.
he almost looks like he seems like he's stifling his anger. He almost looks curious.
And disgusting.
He goes, no.
The goal is just for you to meet them, to understand how they live their life. Because I
believe
don't.
I understand well enough.
You understand your version of it.
Don't they walk around day to day, trading and bartering?
They have. Luthic has guided them to how they
Luthic?
feel. To how they feel they can best survive.
When he gets angry, I'm gonna put
He's-
the crooked blade, the sharpened crook part against the back of his throat from behind him.
Don't.
This
hurt him.
that way.
he is notably like less rage filled than the previous one.
Yeah,
Don't-
just
don't
chill.
hurt him,
Just
please.
chill.
Making sure it's there, ready to go.
You
Ludwig
follow.
has done nothing of the sort.
You follow your gods in one way, others follow them in others. And you don't have to agree with them. All I want you to do is meet them. Understand that they're not trying to live their lives out of spite.
And I understand I'm doing this in the penalty of death.
I'm not going to kill you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I have tried my best to ensure that you guys are
Nimbus,
alive.
it's safe to say that these guys will not do anything unless under the threat of death. So yeah, I'll lop
I
off your
take the
head. I'll
blade
take
off.
a step out of her thing if you don't do this. It's not touching. It's in front, like
At the very least,
it's kind of like a shepherd's crook.
Would
It's
you
in
be
front
willing
of, ready to pull back.
to humor me of your own volition. I don't expect you to leave believing any different than you do right now, but at the very least, would you just
You would
humor
let me walk away.
No.
No.
If you agree not to attack the town again, I would.
So, you would not let me walk away. You expect me to drag myself and my brothers into...
If you will walk freely of your own volition, and you can...
I will tell you now that no matter what you try to show me or how you try and beguile my mind, I will not step out of that town believing anything different.
Alright.
What can you tell us about your camp?
Nothing.
I didn't think it'd work. I just wanted to ask. Your leader, he's gonna kill us on sight, right? I'm still behind him,
Do you have
so
a
he can't
leader?
see me.
He's like this.
He's like, shh.
I'm as the farther that he moves to the side, the more I stay behind in his hind side, in his blind
You're so
spots.
creepy.
You saw what happened last time when the other one saw?
Kind of, yeah, like he
Is he gonna sniff?
you elven folk, all of you,
Well, except for her and
and a traitor.
her and
How the fuck am I a traitor?
maybe him.
You feel the blood of the others, and yet you do not live as you should.
To be fair, I wanted to behead all of you.
So,
Would have been more honorable.
so
But she listened to this one, who saved your lives.
yes, we were ready to take you out immediately, but she wanted to keep you alive because she believed you had a chance of changing your mindset. Now, I actually had no problems with you initially, but you attacked a few individuals in this party, and that's when things stepped out of line. I'm pretty sure you can respect that. Your brothers in arms, how you fight together, pillage together. You understand that mindset, so you understand why I wish to take you out entirely for attacking my individuals. Now, we could change things if we could get you to change your ideology.
Kind of leans forward, but like,
Or
I suppose you elven folk all stick up for each other, don't you?
What do you mean
not
you-
really.
You were passed out, and so
But-
you didn't hear the conversation.
How about this? We're calling you two right now.
Wait,
Do you have a
elven
name?
folk.
I'm completely oblivious to this.
Yeah, folk.
Well,
Do you have a name?
The person behind me stinks of it, but the two of you are different with the same. You have the same names.
There's another elf here. Which one of the three?
What are you?
I am a halfling.
It's me.
I
No,
knew
it's
it!
Just
But-
like her parents were mixing,
That's not my
the
fault.
blood.
I love how he said that.
thinning the blood. The two of you
Satan.
have similar ancestry, but much more kind of give. He tries to give you a dirty glance, but he knows he can't.
I'm just smiling from behind.
Undesirable race.
I'm not sure what mindset you think I am or where ideology you come from. It doesn't really matter. The point is, currently, you're right now alive because of the fact that she believes you could change.
And
At the very least,
here's some extra incentive. I can maim you. I can take the other eye that Grumsh doesn't have, or that Grumsh does have. I can take that one in spite of your god, and you can know that you lost
What
your
other
eye. He only has one eye.
Yes.
I'll take the eye that he has from you. Instead of you missing the same eye that he's missing.
He
I
has
take-
one eye
Yes,
in the center of his head. He has one eye.
he's a cyclops.
He is the one-eyed one.
he's
Oh,
trying
sorry.
his best to
Your
frighten
You're
you.
story-
making things worse.
His story.
Except
You really. I
was
just
a-
kind of tap on you like.
That was
I'm sorry. In the books that we have, it's Coralon, the hated by Grumsh, took.
the worst threat
Grumsh's
I've ever
eye.
heard in
he's
my-
But-
trying his best.
I'm trying,
He's trying
okay?
his best.
I really am.
It's probably elven propaganda.
Indeed.
I don't.
That was
I
a good
don't
line.
agree.
That was a
I
good
don't
line.
think there's elven propaganda in the Feywilds, but okay. But anyhow, I'll put the blade closer to his throat and actually threaten him.
It seems you need my assistance.
Yes, start walking that way.
If you're
I will do this willingly if you guarantee that me and my brothers are able to walk out of your camp alive if we do not recount our beliefs.
Will you
if you do not recant your beliefs,
will you
and
attack the village?
and if you don't attack the village, we're sworn to protect it. We have to do so. You are free to walk, and we will not follow. But if you come back with the desire to kill, we'll have to stop you.
Oh, okay. Drag my fallen comrades to your village.
I mean, heck, if you promise to walk, I'll drag him. I don't care.
I'd rather I did it.
Well, he still needs to
That
carry
makes
one of
sense.
them.
Understandable.
Yes, because if you guys were both dragging, then you wouldn't be able to threaten him, which is what
I
you want to do.
recognize that at this point, I can't fight you. Yeah, like, you do not need to threaten me actively. Yeah,
Put the blade away, ladies. All.
numbers up, walks over towards one of his comrades, and with his shackled hand, like, reaches down to
Are you,
drag one of them.
will you be, don't take this as offense, but will you be alright injured to walk all the way back, or do you need more healing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Does he look fine?
That would be a medicine check.
Fuck. Wait.
I'll take it.
20. Wisdom?
20.
7.
20.
He could make it. You don't know if he'll, like, still be conscious when he gets
Okay.
there.
I'm gonna go over to him.
I can.
I am offering this. You aren't asking for it.
I can.
Do you want to?
You have less.
Yes, but
spell
you do more
capability.
damage. And I can't cast Revivify right now, so at this point, it's more valuable for you to have your spell slots.
All right.
So I'll cast Cure Wounds on him.
She doesn't have a revivify either.
I know. That's what I'm saying, though. Is that's why I'm useful. that's the point I'm making here. I'm useful
Roll.
because of Revivify. 10.
He's definitely gonna make it. I almost damaged him. Kind of. Basically, he's able to. He looks at the wounded one, and he very gingerly, like, basically folds his arms up.
We try. Is he carrying number 5?
Oh no, I'm carry 5.
Okay. We tried our best to make sure that everyone was all right. They will receive more attention when we get to the town. I won't let anyone die.
He takes one and starts.
And then we proceed to speed
He just
walk.
takes one and starts, like, dragging it to town, regardless of. He's not waiting for
I mean,
y'all.
fuck it, let's
Okay.
walk. Let's
Yeah.
go, bitches.
So
Let's go.
while we're walking, I have
party
to.
wagon.
I'm definitely going to ask because I need to know. I can understand not respecting somebody's beliefs, but why do you need to attack them when they have different beliefs than yours? That's why I don't grasp.
We don't attack them because they happen to believe something different. These are orcs created by the Great One-Eyed One, created to live this life, and they have taken that and they have essentially slapped him in the face.
Have you seen the orcs? Like the full-blooded orcs that live in the city? They're
They've
not the
been
same.
corrupted
They're
with
not
the
the
blood
same
of
as you.
humans.
How come when I said that, full-blooded elf, you guys gave me shit? You're just full-blooded orcs? You're not a full-blooded orc?
Because Drock,
No, that's bullshit.
Because Drock specifically mentioned that he had human in his bloodline.
Oh, Druck's part human?
He
So-
mentioned that it's.
I wasn't there at the time.
So you're upset
Oh,
over
yes,
the
he
fact
mentioned
that.
that.
Sorry.
No, I'm upset over the fact that she can say full-blooded
Augie,
orcs,
Augie.
but I can't say full-blooded elves.
Augie, come here. We give you shit because we like you.
I
Is
don't.
that right?
Wait, did you ever ask his? Did ever give you his
I'm
name?
looking. I'm right
For-
at Braun. She says no.
So-
I don't believe her.
I
So-
give you shit because I like you.
But-
Bronwyn's different.
In this degree,
Bronwyn's Bronwyn.
I completely understand where you're coming from because she calls you raisins all the
Raisins.
time. I don't.
Well,
Okay, to be
I don't
fair,
understand.
I
you're a
can't see your
baby.
face, so
It's funny.
Yeah, I can't see your face, so I don't know if you have a pruned-up face like a raisin.
No, I do not
I do.
have a
He
prune
does.
raisins.
He does have a pruned-up face like a raisin.
Oh, does he?
You're gonna have to pull
Yeah.
your mask off and show us, bud. Prove it. Prove
I'm the
it.
only one.
Prove. Meanwhile, we're all carrying.
I'm carrying
knives.
You're all carrying one.
I was trying to relate to you, and then he throws me under the bus. Out of character. But yeah. So I don't understand. So your purpose for attacking them It's not because they're different. It's because you see them as a slight against your god. Just because they're different.
Duh!
They wouldn't be able to.
That's what I've been saying the whole time.
You just want to hear from the horse's mouth, just so the others know for sure.
If you want to put it so simply, yes. Personally, they are not so great a slight that I would be unwilling to suffer their existence, but
Are they on land that is valuable, or is it just that, like, where the town rests?
No, it's them.
No, I'm asking because, like, I could understand a leader wanting or taking a special offense if they're on, like, sacred ground or if they're on good farming territory, but if it's just a town in, like, the worst part of the plains.
was it another town? I do not believe we would seek its destruction. Raid it, yes. Kill some folks, steal some things, yes. But that this town dares to call itself after the mate of the one-eyed one is... I cannot express in words to you
If
the
they
affront it is.
if they changed the name and stopped claiming to,
You've met these people.
yes,
Would they would they decide to turn away from the ways of Luthic?
many of them worship her, but I do not believe that the name of the town is worth dying for. No. If they worshipped in private, if they worshipped together as a town but didn't parade it, would it be less of a front, in your opinion?
In my opinion, yes. But my opinion isn't what really matters.
That's why I was going to ask.
I feel like it is, but okay.
See, I'm just chalking this all up to primal rage.
Let me ask this.
This person has seemed much more reasonable
Yeah.
than the other.
So I was going to ask, did you originally have this opinion ever since you were young? Or was it something that was like taught to you from, say, like your leader of sorts?
It's the same thing, essentially.
Yes.
I mean-
it was. We were all taught things from our young.
So the leader was the one who came to you with this ideology that these folks do not deserve to.
He seems like he understands the words of the question. He just I don't follow.
It's considered inherent knowledge to them, I think.
So
Consider.
essentially,
He mutters.
it could be possible if you were not given this ideology from the leader, that you may come with a different.
What if you were born an orc? What if you were born on the plains of Fulham? You would think differently than you will do now, don't you?
Yeah.
You would think correctly. You wouldn't have these odd visions in your head of different deities and whatever it is you think of. But that's not the case. I know the correct thing. You can't see the truth of the matter.
Okay,
So
I've
that-
never said anything that desensitizing to anything, and you guys got pissed.
Believe the only reason why he's alive
Can
right
I take
now is
Augie's
because
side for a second?
Yes.
Okay.
So what do you guys?
You're both still dragging orcs just
Yeah.
off
Yeah,
the
I
side.
I'm not
Drag,
dragging. I'm not
drag,
dragging
drag.
an orc. He's
Well-
dragging
So
one.
what are we'll see
Okay,
this
off to the side. We are trying to convince him, in a very low voice, to not slaughter a town. Whatever we are saying to him is going towards that goal.
Okay, sorry. You're using a lot of words to try to do that.
Yes.
A lot of them.
Yes, the point
It's
is
really
to use,
hard to pick up
the
on
point
that.
is to use so many words that it confuses them into changing their mind.
Okay,
That's a very good.
but
Very
It's
good.
very
you've been
smart.
saying a lot of stuff, and he's been saying a lot of stuff that has, inadvertently came out of my mouth, or stuff that I've said, you just said, and
were
you
just-
yelled at me for saying it.
Okay.
No,
You're
I
being-
get it. I get it now. I understand what you're doing. Just keep that in mind. I may say something you said you want to copy later,
A lot
and
of
you
your
get pissed at me.
a lot of the things that you say that end up being offensive, you don't say them with malicious intent. You say them because it's.
So is with malicious intent what he just said good? Or should I not say it with malicious intent?
Don't say it with malicious intent.
Okay.
That's the point.
Okay.
That's what we're trying to like move away from.
Gotcha.
Right.
Well, anywho,
This body's heavy. My arms hurt.
I'm not carrying one, so I wouldn't know.
That must be nice.
It's very nice.
Okay.
Very
bye.
comfortable.
I'm gonna try my belly back to the
I'm gonna
rescue.
stretch,
While they're
I'll
talking,
stretch my back and everything while she's looking. She's like, "Oh, it's so nice not to be able to have to worry about that."
So, while they're talking, I'm like, so listen. I come from a location where my ideology completely contrasts population that are similar to me. So it is definitely possible for that to happen. You just have to be willing.
oh, you disagree with your tribe?
Yes.
Oh, we would just kill you then. You're thinking the wrong thing.
No.
And if you're convinced of the wrong thing, then you're not of use to the tribe, so you should
Well,
die.
No, the point being is that it
Makes
is
sense.
possible.
Makes sense. Perfect.
It's perfect.
Yes, I recognize
I mean-
that people think different things. They also happen to be wrong. And
Well,
if they are unabashedly throwing
ears
in
just-
your face, if they're taking, if someone runs up and attempts to stab you, you would kill them.
Yep.
If someone ran up and attempted to stab one of your elf friends or traitor friends, you would try to stab them.
Yeah!
What is
Not
I here?
try to kill them.
What am I in this scenario?
Do you count as an
What
elf
am I in
friend?
this scenario?
I think you count as an elf friend.
Probably an elf friend, yeah.
Okay.
He doesn't understand like the complexities.
I'm
of
just a
elf
very
friends.
small elf.
Child. Like,
I'm an elfin child, yes. Perfect.
I
Like
understand that
16-year-old
you don't follow, but
A 16-year-old
what
child
they
is 2'9".
are doing by maintaining that
7 or
they
8-year-old elfin child.
by maintaining that they are correct in their beliefs, that this is the way that orcs are meant to live. It is as much an affront to our way of life, to our being, to the purpose that we have on this cold plane, as is an attack at one of your allies is to you.
So that is a good point. You attacked my allies,
Yes.
but you're still alive. Why do you think you're still alive?
Probably because one of the others made you spare me.
Exactly. So even though
He understands.
even though I felt an
That is how it
affront
works.
similar to how you feel.
Yes, but you
towards-
disagree with that decision.
Oh, definitely. I'm not.
And if you had your way, you would murder me on the spot.
Right
He
now?
wouldn't say that's a murder. He would kill me. You would kill me on the spot.
Right now, no, because of the fact that it sounds like you may be a bit different. So I can see from that idea, she may have a point. Still doesn't change the fact that the person I dragged you almost knocked me right now. And so he,
Did.
well, yeah, did knock me.
She yells from the back.
She yells from underneath.
I'm like next to him, so I'm just.
Yeah.
So,
Yep, I agree.
and
Yeah.
of course, that still burns me, something fierce because I'm letting somebody who hurt my friend alive. But I still allow the ability to be able to see from her perspective. And now you're walking and alive today. So that clearly means we share similarities, which means we can also be a bit different.
Yes, I'm trying to draw that to your attention. The fact that
That you kill people who are different.
No,
Whoa.
it means what I'm saying is that you can allow these individuals to at least be alive. You don't have to agree with their mindset. I'm not saying that. I would never agree with. Well, I would say never, but
Don't kill children.
I will probably
I mean-
disagree with my friend a lot.
I would
We
call
already
you
put
weak.
orphanage.
You're weak for not following your own convictions, for allowing others to take your place.
The tribe would kill
So you know you're testing waters right now. I'm trying very hard to allow you to continue to breathe. And so
I would not betray my principles and live.
Raisin, are you okay up there?
No.
Did he just
Raisin's
call you
not
weak?
good. Raisin's
You
not
got that
okay.
face as though we just called you weak. I say.
That body posture, not the face. We
Yeah.
can't see the face, but the
Nice.
body
Don't
posture.
worry about
got,
little
got
pieces.
tight, yeah. I was like, well, you can think that if you will. A weak person, I guess you could stay. Still knock you guys out and killed this person, almost killed this person twice. So, what did I say? You can think it's weak, but
Yes,
Don't say
I do.
otherwise.
Because you're being weak.
you sure? Well, he's not thinking that. Yeah, I keep dragging.
No, no, not physically weak. Weak of morals. If something is if you are being convinced to do something that you disagree with, then you lack moral strength.
No, it just means I am open to consideration.
Yes. Weakness. Being open.
At what point have we wandered?
It's been enough time. If anyone else wants to talk.
So you would consider him morally weak because he's allowing himself to be convinced of something that he doesn't necessarily believe in. What is happening with you? You said that the town wasn't necessarily...
Yeah, you literally are.
You said that if it were up to you, the slight that the town was doing was not bad enough to destroy the town, and yet you were going to do it. What would you call that?
So you did say
Just
that
as
earlier.
morally weak as.
Ha, you're a weak, flexible
I'm
branch.
not being convinced. I'm not being convinced to do something contrary to my beliefs. I'm not being convinced. I don't think that they have any more right to life than any other human villager. If we want to go and raid on them, there's no problem with killing. This is not a matter of a yes, or it's not a matter of taking something and inverting it, taking a positive belief and making it a negative one. It is taking a positive belief and making it and acting in a way that is only slightly more positive.
Because what it sounds like to me is it sounds like you have an opinion and would rather not waste the resources doing something that's going to bring you little gain from a small town with little wealth. It sounds like you'd rather not waste the resources, but you're fine with doing it because somebody told you to. That sounds weak.
Because they gave you that information. That does not come from your
What are you
ideology.
what are you gaining from killing a town aside from ridding the plains of a slight?
Eternal servitude under the armies of Grumsh himself
Which you already are
in a higher office.
in a higher office.
Yes, if I'm among a band that eradicates such a blight on the land as Luthville, my place in the armies of Grumsh will surely increase.
So you do know that your ideology came from someone, right? That
Yes.
wasn't your own.
Grumsh.
Grumsh.
Yeah.
He doesn't say the name.
The one-eyed
Sorry,
one.
that's on me. The one-eyed one. My apologies.
And
That's a DM screw up. He says one-eyed
Yeah.
one.
Your
The one-eyed one is Grumsh. It's the big dick in the sky that is kind of an asshole
stop.
to everyone.
Stop, please.
Augie?
Did your
Sorry.
chief,
Augie.
did your chief
Please
suggest
learn to not
attacking the town?
Sometimes.
Who suggested it?
We
If he's
Some-
made
pro.
the decision as a group.
Is there a leader or are you all equal?
If he's
I
pro
don't know. There is
Grumsh,
the strongest
and
one.
you are
of us
being
is the leader.
And the leader presented this
honorably
idea, right?
anti.
Who presented the idea?
I'm just getting my notes ready. Oh, so what's your name?
I asked him that already.
Oh, Kulad.
Gulad?
Kulad.
Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid.
Kulad.
Kool-Aid.
Cool lad.
Cool lad. He is a cool lad.
I
Just
beg to
keep
differ.
giving us names, we'll keep
Yeah.
shitting all over him.
He is a cool lad. He went from Kool-Aid to Kool-Aid.
And the other one's name?
The other four.
The other four, what's their names?
I don't think we need all of their names right now.
Yeah, we
you
do.
don't.
Yes, we
But,
do.
Okay.
but we do need the name of the person who's presented the idea.
Ukrozar.
Which one?
She is the emissary to the one-eyed one.
Oh, so she's your... Okay, I understand. Does she heal? Or does she just provide spiritual guidance?
She provides guidance,
I understand.
both spiritual and martial.
That makes sense. What is her relation to? Is she your leader of the tribe, if you had to have one, or
No.
is she assist your leader?
She is our connection to the one-eyed one.
Of course.
And who's the leader's name?
He stands in stony silence, wondering whether or not he should tell these strangers anything, as Reese looks up a name.
What did he tell the leader of the?
You can call him.
It's a
That's
great
what
name.
we're calling him.
To his face?
Yes, of course.
It's a very musical tribe.
Quit it.
Wow.
Quit it before he kills another one of my characters.
You can call him Tayral.
Tayron?
Tayral.
Tayral.
Ugh. I don't like this guy already.
Yeah, he has an asshole name.
I actually have an idea. Small one. Do you have any, do you know about the orc that was slaughtered a long time ago? I guess by...
At this point, you're arriving
Wow.
in the town. I'm okay with more conversation,
Oh, yeah.
but that's what's happened in the game.
Okay.
We need to find a place for these guys before we do anything else.
Okay. Do you know where...
Can I go?
So
how close
as you're
am I-
approaching town, walking next to an orc,
I s-
mostly
I-
naked.
I still have a dagger like at the ready just in case.
Okay.
I'm like dragging...
He's dragging a corpse.
Well, no, 5 is still
It's not a
alive.
corpse.
Body. I apologize. A
Live
house.
corpse.
No, Tyra was alive.
No. What's the word for it?
Wounded.
Wounded. A prisoner of war.
Casualty.
Casualty.
An almost
weird.
corpse.
Almost close.
Let me.
Potential corpse.
The town itself doesn't have many guards. A half orc kind of like runs out and looks around, and you can see he's wearing some darker purpley robes. You can recognize him as a warlock of the Poxon. Kind of runs out and like he immediately lets like you can see him.
It's all right. Is there anywhere that we can keep these guys for the time being? Yes, we know we walked with them.
He has double manacles on.
He
Notice
has a
we're making
name.
him.
You
do
can't actually
that.
see them because he's holding his leg. He's dragging the orc.
He has a name too. But I'll only give that name if you
Can I like set the orc I'm dragging down and like ask to pull him aside?
Yes. In the meantime, you guys want to like, he's like, okay with you entering roughly.
Do you know where we should take them? Is there any place, any prison, a couple cells?
I don't know if we can hold like.
Do you have? Is there anywhere in the temple
Cramped
of
quarters
of
is
Poxon
fine.
that would work for them?
I guess we can put him in a room and have like looking at him.
That would be good. Yes.
Or could you go get Dunbar? Maybe he has a better idea of what we can do with them. All of them, all 5 of them.
Okay.
The ones that are unconscious will be waking up soon.
Okay.
About an hour.
That. However,
Is
far
that-
we
is
can
that-
transport them.
About 2 hours.
No,
No,
yeah,
it's an
they'd
hour
be
this
waking up
time.
in about an hour.
Okay.
Is it take
Hour and
about
a
2
half.
hours? Yeah.
I mean, there is like a town jail,
Do you think it would hold them?
maybe.
That's not very.
That's if it's a maybe, then we're not
reassuring.
doing it. It
I
has
don't
to be
think any. I
possible.
don't know of any buildings that could hold them.
How about 4 of them?
We could put them in the pit.
Yeah.
What?
We have a fucking pit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Is that dangerous for them? I don't want them to get hurt.
I don't care if they get hurt.
Okay, Bronwyn.
Just
I-
drop them there. Just let toss them.
It's an old coal mine. We're gonna use the word coal now, okay? You win.
Yes.
It's an old. It's an old.
You
coal
told us it
mine.
was coal.
I said it's
You
fire.
would get the
Fire
idea of
rock.
coal.
Yeah. But it's coal now because that's
Wow.
easier. Okay.
They'll be
I'm
okay
sorry.
in there.
Fire rock was so much cooler.
It's an old mine shaft. I think it's maybe
Is there a way for them to safely get down and up
you could climb.
while they're unconscious? Which they are. Hence why we're tracking them. I'm not meaning to be mean. I just
lower
kind
them
of don't
down
want. I
with
just kind.
rope.
Okay, I just kind of don't want to like kick
If
the
you use
unconscious
like
body.
copious amounts of rope, you could try and tie him up.
How far is the drop?
Like
We'll
we'd have
just
to make a
kick number
cocoon
2
out of
down,
him, right?
and then he can help us do that.
It's
Just lower him down.
like thinking 30 feet down.
Oh,
yeah,
that should
they're
be fine. They'll live.
So
They'll
96
live.
damage.
They'll live.
We'll have to lower them down carefully. Would you? Oh, I'm looking to our orc buddy. Would you assist me in helping lower them down so that they don't get hurt? All right, thank you.
You wanted to take him inside and talk to him?
Yeah, but he's already agreed to.
Oh, you were trying to convince him? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
With your feminine wiles.
Can I
Sure.
lower them down? Can I be the one to make the check to lower them down?
No.
Yeah.
Strength?
It's in that hill north of town.
Okay.
That's what.
How long will it take to get there? Do you think?
Like 20 minutes.
Okay. Then are we all good with doing that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's lower them into a pit.
If you talk to Apoxum, tell him if he's concerned about this. Well, they might be our key to stopping the larger raid.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to the others.
To
He's very obviously a novice.
to cool lad. Cool lad.
Kool-Aid.
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 The one who's up. And
Oh.
Number 2, yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about one of them. I didn't know they were named Cool. Okay, sorry. Okay.
No, I'm saying to cool lad.
Oh, you're talking to Coolot. I thought you were talking to him.
Yes.
My bad.
Ugh. Kool-Aid? You didn't get the term from Kool-Aid?
No, I thought you were talking to the.
Oh,
to the
I understand. Sorry.
Okay. As you're walking towards the northern mine.
It wouldn't be very beneficial to you to be within the mine shaft because you wouldn't be able to see the town. However, I don't
You want to strut me around town so I can take a look?
want to do that unless you would like to. I know that you have your beliefs. If you want to take a look around
I
the
see
town,
no downside to taking a look around.
No.
are you planning on using that information to come back and kill all the women and children?
Yep.
Probably.
And men too. And
Women
probably
and
dogs.
children.
And probably
And cats,
dogs
because
and
dogs
cats and horses and cows.
Mostly horses, to be honest.
I wish to be honest in my beliefs. If you want me to try and take in this knowledge, you can change my mind. I welcome it.
Can I insight check that?
Yes.
Yeah, I will.
Hardcore insight. Please, everybody, insight check
Yeah.
that.
Okay, that's a
'Cause
numbers
that
game,
sounded
then.
like so much of BS.
I'll
right
insight
there.
it, but it's a
I'll let
numbers.
3 of you do
Okay.
it.
Okay, I already rolled, so 16.
16.
16?
Hey, my modifier's better than yours, so you rolled better than me. By a lot.
He's telling the truth.
Okay.
He's not telling the whole truth.
Obviously.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Would it be okay with you guys if we kept him with us as long as we're in town? We can bring him back to the mine shaft as soon as we leave.
Yes.
So you do want to give him a free tour around the town so he can scope out the weak points that are very easy to get through. That's what you want to do?
I was going to take him to 1 or 2 locations and then take him back. I wasn't
Okay,
going to
so
just
you're
take
good.
him around the town.
Just so long as
I was just going to take him to
Apoxin
the
knows-
orphanage.
Just so long as
Let
Apoxin
him
knows.
free. Just let him go say hi to the kids and then I'll come in
Yeah.
and check
No,
him
I was
later.
just going to take him to the most vulnerable parts in the city just so we can see where they're
Yeah.
at.
Just so long as Apoxin knows and Denbar that I had nothing to do with you showing him around town.
As
I'm
well
fine
as
with
mine.
it.
Bronwyn, how close are you to Apoxin right now? Would you like to ask permission? Because I don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize your ability to make a deal with him later.
You have not yet spoken to him
Yeah.
in
I haven't
a
even
warlock
really- yeah.
patron format. This happened earlier
Yeah.
today.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
I'm-
it's like-
I already told
Oh,
the
Literally
guard
like 2 hours ago, yeah. 3.
to talk to them, so
A number.
I feel like
A number.
that's gonna mean more coming from him than it is from me right now.
Okay. Because, again, I'm not going to do it if you guys aren't okay with it, but
I'm okay with it, but I want my name removed from the action of doing that.
As well as mine.
I don't. I don't like it just
We
as much
can-
as I don't like any of this.
I mean, we can leave him in the mine shaft and have someone talk to him, but the entire point of trying to bring them here was to convince them, and if we just leave them in
I
there,
don't-
we're not convincing them.
They're not gonna.
that's
And if you don't try, you can guarantee that you're not going to convince them.
See,
Because that's how that works.
I agree. But
it's
also,
fine.
it's not
I-
gonna fucking work
But also,
anyways.
firebolts.
I personally don't
I can
believe
just-
that
Kill 'em.
these orcs could be convinced otherwise. So, do what you would like.
If
I
they
have
aren't
full faith in
convinced,
you.
then
I really do. You
we
can
just
insight
leave
check
them
that
in.
and all, but I have full faith in you. But I don't want my name on this this
right.
thing. I'll let you do what you want, but I'm
What-
not a part of it.
Can we move away from the orc who's still conscious and listening to this entire conversation briefly?
He knows that you'll kill him if he tries to run.
Okay, so that we're out of earshot. What is the plan once they're in the mine shaft?
Leave them.
No, I'm asking what is our plan? What are we doing after they're in the mine shaft?
Oh, regarding
Sleep.
the raid.
Regarding the town.
We'll have to.
Like, are we going to put up an alarm spell? Are we going to keep watch? Are we going to try and scout? Like, what is our goal so that we know how we
we
can best
can
move
put
forward?
up an alarm spell and then
That
Maybe
that
camp
will last
outside.
for 8 hours. I can put it
Okay.
as far as away from the town as I can.
I
It'll
think-
last for 8 hours.
I think as soon as we do that, we need to long rest. So maybe we wait until we're about to long rest to do that.
Yeah, and it lasts for 8 hours. And if it goes off, I'll know immediately.
Okay.
Probably not going to be an audible, so everyone knows. Probably just going to be a mental thing. That way, they don't know that they did something.
Sure.
As if it's audible, everyone knows.
Makes sense.
But
Well, at the
we
same,
we might want to camp outside of
Mhm.
there or something like that.
in some
so-
tall grass.
What were you saying?
at the same time, we need to let
Dunbar.
Dunbar
It's
know.
like broad daylight right now, so we have time to do all of this.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm
That
just
is high up on the list.
Roughly
Yeah.
like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, we would just should let them know that we're not planning to actually attack the village, like because the original plan was, I'm presuming, for us to go there and
4 o'clock.
then just either see if we can convince them or take them all. Now our plans are a bit changed because we're no longer going to their location. They should be prepared in knowing that we're now expecting a force coming to this direction.
Once they're on their way, I think the alarm needs to be far enough away that we can, if we have to engage them outside of the town.
It can be up
obviously.
to a mile away from
Yes.
me, and I'll hear it.
So then that we should, a mile away from the town, we camp out, put the alarm up.
But
That way,
yeah.
if something happens, we're far enough away from the town that we can maybe send word so
We
they
should-
can evacuate.
Well, I mean, we should still prepare them and let them.
No,
know.
yes, I agree. I'm just kind of layering.
Oh, put it on top of. Okay.
Yeah, so we don't have the children all out standing guard for when the giant orcs come in.
I do request though that I get to let one of the orcs down into the pit.
No.
I
agree
want
with
to
it.
put. I just want to lower one orc down into the pit. I just want to do one.
How
Just
about the
one
one
lower
who's
one.
conscious?
Sure, I'll do that one.
No. He's just gonna drop it. He's
No,
just gonna
I'm
drop it.
you
gonna
going
full.
to drop
I
it?
will full-heartedly not drop
It's
it.
going to be the one
Insight
time
check.
you
Do it.
roll a natural fucking 20.
What was it? No,
I
oh,
can reroll. Okay, it's not 20 inside.
I'll full on just lower him down.
24.
Do you have some superstition? You're gonna try your hardest, but you have some
Me as a
meta
player,
knowledge that you
me
might.
as a Augie fully believes that he can lower him down. He's unsure of his abilities, but he fully believes that he can
He will
lower him
try
down.
to.
So you, the player,
Augie
are like,
does.
yeah,
Augie does. Me,
you're not gonna do it, and you're gonna drop him. Yeah, that's your.
me. I
Notice
don't
he
kn-
can't roll
I
higher than
can't
a
roll.
4 on athletics.
I know
You know
that. Y'all know that.
I'm just gonna be like on the very end of the rope, not really helping, but just making sure.
Bye bye, Einir.
Fine, it's fine.
Yes, but I just want to let one down into the pit. That's all I want.
The one who's conscious so that he can at least catch himself and you inevitably drop him.
Well, I mean, the other unconscious ones are just going to be laying on the ground. He can fall onto their bodies. Or if I drop one and the unconscious one, or the
If they
conscious one is
fall-
down there, he can catch
If they
him.
fall, they take damage and they start making death saves.
Exactly. If he's down there and I drop a dead one, he can catch it.
That's why, no, oh god.
At this point, you have arrived at the mine.
Okay.
Um,
Would we need to?
You can't let him out as medical.
I know. So maybe do you guys want to lower him down because I think you're going to be able to do it the best.
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it.
I'm gonna start
Sure.
like untying the others because
You will need the rope.
yeah, and harness them up, I guess.
Fortunately, there is actually a bit of a what the remnants of a pulley system.
Oh, okay.
Not like rope, but there is still a pulley that's like wedged into something above the foot.
Once he's in the pit, do we want to have him?
Just to set the scene, basically around 20 feet into a squarish mine shaft, it basically goes and takes a 90-degree turn straight downward. It's probably an area around 20 feet square. Yeah.
Once he's down there, do we want to give him the means to take the manacles off? Because the way that I see it is if we untie all of them and lower them down there, you've got 4 people in there who were untied as soon as they become conscious. So they're going to help him get out of them anyway. But maybe if we can talk to him beforehand, and I mean, again, he's already down there. So he like tosses them up, then at least we have them back because he's just going to get out
I
of them
agree with
anyway.
that.
And manacles are a little pricey.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'd also like to make sure we have someone watching.
Oh,
the
of course.
shaft.
Yeah. I can stay.
A couple. Well,
Again, we can take a rest outside and just.
yeah, I'd prefer to talk to Dunbar and see if he can send some of his men to kind of just make
Yeah.
sure that they don't escape while we deal with the bigger threat.
Yeah, we. Some of us can
I'll
stay
stay
behind,
here.
and some of us can
At least
go.
until we're ready to rest, though, I'll be here.
I have no problem watching over this place because I don't have anything else better to do.
You know, stay
I had
here as well.
there's no one I want to talk to in town. I'd rather just stay here and work on some leather working while these guys are down at the bottom of the thing. I can just do that. Y'all can just go disappear.
That was a little interesting.
I'd just be singing Elven songs to them.
Please don't.
You monster.
I support this. I wonder,
Of course you do.
I wonder where you got your change of heart in regards to torture.
You have an undue
See-
amount of vengeance for someone who's never been directly
It's fun to
involved
mess
orcs.
with orcs. It's fun. It really is. Because it's so easy. Elves can do it so easily. You have no idea.
How often do you do
You're
this?
saying torture is fun as long as it's an orc.
Torture is not a word I would use for it. I'd
But
say
it is.
fun. They get angry
fun for
really
you.
easily. It's very fun for me. It's very fun for
But
me.
it's torture to them.
Welcome to the group.
Not if yeah, I'll agree with that.
Tomato, tomato.
So,
But I won't
So
cut
it's
their
a-
arms off.
It's okay as long as you were doing it, then, is what you're saying.
Psychologically,
As long
yeah.
as you were doing it and
The making them think about stuff, yeah. But I'd never cut an arm off or stick feet into fire, pop out an eyeball, feed flesh to one.
Wait, why are you looking at them as you're saying that? Did they do something
Nothing.
like that?
Oh yeah, they did.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah,
The-
Ugh.
of course.
yeah.
As I mentioned,
Taking
Orc.
the holy symbol.
Mr. Orc, dude, I forgot your name already. You may
Blake.
think that you're stronger,
That's
but these
all I
two,
remember.
they're monsters. So it's probably best that you just jump down the mine shaft now.
Oh, it is. Oh, help me.
the only reason why they happened was because
I just give you like a
the
slight
individual in question.
He doesn't need the backstory. He just needs to know
I
that you're a
remember.
monster.
attacked somebody else.
So you dealt with him as you believed you should.
But she wasn't with
It
us at the
seems that
time,
you
but
have
block him
weakened,
from
morally
doing so.
speaking.
I mean, to be
I
fair,
would,
this
yes,
one
like
wasn't.
Pat on
To
the
be
helmet.
fair, this one wasn't with us at that
On
point.
the cool
she
ass
wasn't
man.
there to be.
She wasn't there to
Difficult.
stop us from being able to
No,
kill people.
to be difficult.
Yes.
we had someone else who was in favor of our methods.
In fact, I'm pretty sure she
I
was
would
the one
very
who started
much
it.
like to meet her.
No, you wouldn't.
She's down
She
at the
has
bottom
no
of the
soul
pit.
now. She has no soul. It got stolen.
Once we lower you
Like
down
her
there.
shadow.
Wow. Okay.
He noticed.
Ugh. Great.
Why are you staring
I
for
mean-
her shadow? I feel like you had other
She's the
concerns.
one holding the knife at him in broad daylight.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Of course he's gonna frickin' know it's the
That's-
shadow.
You know what? That's
2
fair.
feet tall. He literally has to look right,
Right
down
down
at
at
her and sees that
For
he's
whatever
not
reason, I
casting a
was thinking,
shadow.
like, in the midst of combat, he's like, he's like, oh shit.
Oh fuck! Wait.
Wait, something was weird. Wait.
Where's the shadow at?
Oh.
Once we lower you down
I
there,
mean, it's a
if we
different
give you-
thing, but sure.
If we give you the means to undo the manacles, will you throw them back up for us? I feel it'll be more comfortable for you when you're down there.
I mean, what are you gonna do with them?
Oh yeah, you should.
Natural 20.
22.
He
24.
just found that amusing. That's it.
But he's gonna do it.
Yeah, he'll do it.
Alright, sure.
He just think it's really funny that you're gonna lower him down and then give him the key, presuming that he's going to throw them back up. He fully intends to do it. It's just funny.
That's
Yeah.
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 That's like the story of this party.
Yeah. Very much.
They'll do it. They're only doing it because it's funny.
Okay.
That was the stone giant.
Stone giant.
This guy.
Let's get on with this.
You get on with it then.
So I will be honest before we let this die. I was like, I will be honest.
For a second.
Now that I got to talk to you, I respect you a bit more now. Still don't agree with your methods, but I can at least respect where you come from, just because I see some similarities.
And I believe that were you born an orc, you would be a good
I will take that as a compliment.
please.
And then go ahead and start the.
Give me an athletics check.
All right. Oh, guidance. Oh, should we wait for her to come back?
I'll tap him with guidance because
Oh.
I also
already-
have guidance.
Yes.
I'll tap you with guidance then, as you're guiding him.
But you can
Which
tap.
items do you, if we have a guidance chain going, do you want to be part of it?
Oh fuck yeah.
Well, I thought
Okay.
if
You
if
guidance
anybody
him,
got
he
to that-
guidances me, I guidance him.
That's great. I love it.
You're lowering
For
him
no
down?
fucking reason.
Yeah, we're both.
Okay. So just to clarify, you guidance him.
Yes.
He guidance her. She guidance him, and then you're making the check.
Great! Logic!
That sounds about right.
What-
Oh no!
12.
With this party's level stupidity,
I
I
rolled a 5.
Oh.
He rolled a 6, so.
If I rolled a 5, it'd be a
Am I
5.
use lucky?
Oh no, I'm out for the day.
Oh god,
Yeah,
that's
I never,
right.
yeah, I'm not using it for that dude. That's good. I
Gross.
needed it before. I thought I had.
The beauty about the lucky feat, if you use it during the early
Sorry, buddy.
mornings, it's gone.
Okay, so 9 plus 7 is
16.
16.
Good stuff.
You would be able to lower him down. The two of you would be able to lower him down successfully, as well as the other orcs and such.
Okay.
Do we
I want one. I want to. Can I lower one down?
I
down
will.
One and rise
Yes.
them just by
Hell
myself. I
yes.
want to try.
Okay,
Strength
so
training.
two of you.
Strength
two of
training.
you.
I'm not actively helping. I'm just gonna keep an eye out in case that rope
Guidance?
starts going.
Do
I
you,
don't-
Guidance.
Okay.
do
There.
you remember in the cliff incident?
You can guide
That's
yourself.
the
Remember, it lasts a
point.
minute.
I very much know so.
Okay.
That's the
But remember, guidance lasts a minute.
Yeah.
If first check within the next minute.
She. Oh, thank you for your guidance.
What did it give you? One?
I would have gotten a 5, but I got a 9.
Okay.
It's unconscious dead
most-
weight. It's unconscious
You
dead
get
weight.
it most of the way down. For the last like 10 feet, it like slips,
Oh.
and you can
I
hear
go- can
you can hear someone catch him.
Okay.
He's okay.
Is he alright?
Oh my god.
Didn't hit the ground?
And you hear like a as a pair of manacles with keys in their locks kind of like fly up and land.
Can I try
I
and
grab him
catch
and
him
shove him in the
midair?
bag only.
With your dexterity?
Give me a sleight of hand.
You-
I fall into
You
the
can
pit.
try.
And I will attempt to catch him after she fails.
Oh!
18!
Boom.
Yes!
That's
That
the
was
most
the mo-
dexterous
that was the
I've
most-
ever
maintained
been
to
in
this
my
That's the
point.
most agile thing
I
I
have
think I've
not
ever
rolled
seen
above
you
a
do.
5 for
That
any
was
athletics
great.
or strength
I'm
checks.
pretty proud of that.
Only reason I got a 9
Please
was
take
because
this
of
by
guidance.
Yeah, here.
Alright, so the next plan of operations is we're going to approach.
The Warlocks of Epoxin, get some guards.
Yeah, half
here.
of us stay here, preferably
I'll
the
stay.
half, like 3 of us stay here, and then 2 of you go.
I'll stay.
I'll stay as well.
The one person who wanted to stay
Wait, he
doesn't
wanted
get
to
to
stay.
It's because he was gonna.
I really have
Oh,
nothing.
okay, I guess we
No,
can
just
go.
fucking take him.
Seriously, I really have nothing to do in
Here we
town,
go.
so
No one does. I don't
Okay.
think we spent the last day
Guys,
shopping.
don't let him up. Don't
I'm
let
not
him
just
up.
gonna free them.
I'm like, I know you got this.
Thank
I
you.
mean, I still have a use of Thunder
Have
Wave.
fun, Raisin.
I can just cast Thunder Wave straight into
I
the
don't
dirt.
understand this behavior. He just-
You think she
You're
got
not
this.
supposed to.
But I'll just sit on her.
Pioneer, lower me down Mission
Okay,
Impossible
come on,
style
let's
so I
go
can
find
Thunder Wave all of them.
I can try. I don't. I
So,
can guarantee it's not gonna work.
I'd,
On my
I'd
first.
ideally like to find
Cool,
what's his
thanks.
name, Dunbar?
Dernbar.
Dernbar.
It's
Or
dumb.
someone that looks like they might be more higher up.
he's the highest one there, right?
Well, Not higher up than him, but like more higher up in the.
Then
In
the
general.
one guy
Oh,
with
in
the-
general.
higher up
Higher up in
person.
general.
Yeah.
Dernbar's still chilling in that room. Like, he's just...
Okay.
He's doing Dernbar things.
Yeah, he's talking to spiders and junk.
Nice.
So you guys, the two of you walk in. Okay. I'll research the Dernbar. Yes.
We
Hello.
need to talk to you.
Yes.
You have some prisoners in the pit.
This is a different hill. They're in the eastern hill. You dropped someone off in the northern hill.
You have some
They're
prisoners in the
fairly
northern
far
pit.
apart.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Do you wish us to send a guard?
A
few.
couple, please. You have
We'll get that done.
5 full orcs in there.
Okay.
Their scouting party.
Mhm.
We're hoping to use them as well
Leverage.
leverage.
When you say orc, do you mean raging orc wearing nothing but a loincloth charging at you? Do you mean orc that does magic? Do you mean like
They had boomerangs, but we took them away.
And plate.
And we took their armor away.
So
what
they-
armor were they wearing?
Plate.
Plate.
Oh. Okay, those would be more. 5 of them, you said?
5 of them. There were 6, but we killed one of them. Our cleric convinced us against killing the others.
Well done. Those are more of a. They're much stronger than your standard orc.
Do you know if they're stronger than what you expect we would be going up against? The rest of their tribe, or
From the knowledge that I have, your standard orc is much weaker.
okay.
Their tribe leader will be the strongest among them. As far as it goes, their casters will be difficult. Their shaman, their guides to the one-eyed Grumsh one. I would say they're around as difficult as the heavy armor. But there won't. I don't believe there'll be any more. Usually the ones they call themselves something special. They usually are a bit more of a tight knit group.
Okay. I hope that us bringing these guys here isn't going to upset Apoxum or what he's did for us.
As long as you deal with the threat, you'll
Yeah.
be happy.
We're planning to set up in case they try to charge tonight away from the town. So we need some guards watching
Yes.
them
I'll-
around.
I'll get a
the
few
clock.
people onto that.
Okay.
Do you think? Yeah. Also, could you prepare possible evacuation capabilities in case somehow the orcs is able to break through and make
I've
their
been
way?
working on that already.
Oh,
Okay.
fantastic.
Anything else we should discuss? Anything about your gifts or anything?
My gifts? Actually, no. I'm pretty sufficient. I'm still appreciative of that.
Does mine need to eat
I don't. Has it moved?
a little, like some twitches?
If it does wind up, if it needs to eat, it'll try to catch food for itself. If it does so and fails, then you might need to feed it, like small insects and stuff.
Okay.
But if
Do
it,
they need to be alive insects or dead insects, or does it matter?
ideally alive,
Okay.
but if it's hungry, I suppose it'll eat whatever it can.
Okay.
So, it just for a couple questions for clarification, are there any full-blooded orcs here, or does every orc here have some type of human descent?
It's hard to tell. We haven't kept records. I believe.
Meanwhile, in the cave, I would like to pull out my leatherworking kit and just whistle a nice little elven sea chanty while I'm working.
Okay.
Just
More monk.
it's just there's no
the
words,
black
just
I
whistles.
believe he is one of the more fuller orcs that are around. You might want to talk to him about anything. He's towers over me.
Okay.
Okay. Paul?
Let's just say we tried to reason with them, and was relatively difficult. Their mindset changed. I could see why your patron stayed to just kill them because they're difficult. They do not see you all fondly.
Yes, we're heretics who deserve to die.
Yeah. They called you a traitor.
I'm sorry. We're heretics and deserve to die.
And then nods knowingly, like,
Yeah, so
I was going.
we will try. Like with one of our party members here, we'll see what we can do with the people. We will
Keep
see.
on talking shit, bitch.
Well, okay.
We will see.
We'll go on a long rest, wait for her to fall asleep, and kill them all.
I mean, I don't see a downside to that.
There is
her
one.
in
I only need to
manacles.
sleep 4 hours, so when she's sleeping,
So, but no matter what, we're going to try our
I'll do it
best
during the
to
night.
make sure this village stays safe. Whether it's through peaceful means or otherwise, you should have nothing to fear.
Do you know anything about their battle tactics? Are they likely to send everyone at once or in a staggered?
From what I know, that first wave would have been. They aren't scouts per se. They're scouts as well as an advance guard. They need to be hardy enough to survive anything that gets thrown at them, which is why they send some of their better troops out. And it's a very good thing that you've killed them. Generally speaking, they would scout out the area, and then they would be the ones physically leading the assault. The attack that they led against me was at night, and so I would be wary about that.
Okay.
They've also been known to attack during daylight hours because they do not see as well at night as they do during the day.
Mm-hmm.
It does depend on what they plan on doing. The fact that you have killed their scouts
Well,
will make them, as far as they're aware, they'll find out eventually, and I am unsure whether that'll make them more or less likely to attack at night.
Do you know if the village, by chance, is just, I guess, battle-hardy warriors, or is there like women and children there as well?
Generally speaking, most of our people have not. They know one end of a sword from the other, but that's as far as they've gone.
I think he's talking about the tribe, not.
The tribe.
He says village, but he means the orc.
Oh. The
They don't do
orcs-
villages.
Oh, every one of them has been raised with an axe in their hand.
So, okay.
The ones that don't know how to fight hand to hand are the ones that are trained in magic.
Understood.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. So, as we're walking, I'm like,
Before you do that,
Yeah.
what are you guys doing?
whistling the Elven Sea Shanty.
Whistling out this Shanty,
that I would have
getting a
heard.
performance check.
Yes. Yes, you can.
Oh, if only I was willing to waste Bane.
Natural 20.
Fucker.
-1.
Here's some guidance.
No, you gotta do it after the roll. I mean, before the roll.
I'll take the 19, because it's
Thank you.
19. So natural 20, -1. So,
You whistle that sea shanty.
So well.
You
convince the orcs not to attack the village.
It's the Popeye theme.
so you're whistling it.
Yep, just whistling. There's no words.
Right.
Because they didn't want me to antagonize them. But it's an Elven song.
After a while,
They recognize it as an
you
elven song.
you hear someone singing along from the pit. It's almost as good as you are.
Oh,
Wait, is it?
damn!
It's as good as you are.
He
They're
gives
both
no
19.
shits.
He's singing along. He actually adds like lyrics in Orcish, but they're mostly about. Basically, he winds up singing a song about going on a hunt for a.
Okay, so he's adapting the...
Yes,
he's putting words
he's-
adapted
'cause
to the
He's
song.
listening to the rhythm of it and then like basically putting words in as it works.
Okay, I'll let that happen.
It's not very
I
good.
won't- I
Like,
won't-
It doesn't rhyme or anything.
I won't fight along with that. I won't be like, that's an Elven song, bud. I'll just let him believe that he's coming up with it.
It's about the glory of going on a hunt and slaying a horse to feed his tribe.
I don't mind that. See, I don't mind that.
It's not about
I
any
won't-
kind of. He's chosen something that's not like a murder you song. It's like it's a day-to-day life song.
But I
Look-
do
look
want to
down
be
with my
working
owl.
on
Which
the
one's singing?
leatherworking thing
Yes.
the entire time. I've already got 5 total hours
Okay.
from previous, so I
Look-
just making
look
sure I
down
get
with
that
my
hours
owl.
right now.
Yes.
Which one is singing?
The one that's conscious?
Is it? The, oh,
They're
yeah.
all conscious,
The-
right?
no, they don't
Not
know.
quite yet.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Number 2. Cool.
He's like puppeteering one of the unconscious ones.
It's weekend at Bernie's.
I'm just gonna be keeping an eye out, just generally.
When he's done singing, I guess, I would ask about what day-to-day life is like. Because I've never lived in. I'm used to living in a proper village.
He calls up from the pit. Well,
Well, I'll sit right nearby so he doesn't have to yell.
well. Generally speaking, the issue is food. How are you going to feed from day to day? There are many tribes that wander across the plains of Fulm. Generally speaking, we don't have territory per se, but we kind of do.
How easy is hunting? I haven't been in the plains themselves, but
Feeding an entire tribe can be difficult. Just rabbits and such aren't usually enough.
have you considered? This is a silly question, but have you considered any form of agriculture just for a more steady flow of food?
There are orcs.
We, generally speaking, we will try to plant some crops in a rotation. But if we were to sit down and settle in one place, we wouldn't be able to get enough.
It would take too long to set something up to be able to.
Yes, but we don't just strip the land bare. What we take, we give back.
And that'd be going against your one-eyed one, right?
I'm going to go.
You can't settle down and make a civilization.
No.
Just
Yes,
gotta-
we will also, if in dire times or when we have too many youths in the village, we will send out raiding parties, either here or at a village in the south. Generally, we will attack villages in the south. One thing that you all wanted to keep an eye on, many times we will decide to camp in caves. The one-eyed
makes
ones,
sense.
The one-eyed one created them for us. And there are monsters in the caves. There are large spiders. There are other. Or one of my friend here, Kilmer.
Which one is that?
Does he gesture to one, or does he just name drop without us having any knowledge of who it is?
He gestures to. You would recognize him as the one that had the thing in his pocket.
Which thing? The
Ear-
stingy thing.
Ear
The
guy?
stingy thing.
The
No.
stingy thing.
Yes, and his nose. is
Well,
down.
Which number was that?
I just want
That
you to
was 5.
understand how I'm putting this in my notes. Kilmer is goo orc.
Mad Goo Orc.
Good. Nice.
Kilmer.
He personally dispatched it. Was a
Like, is it kill more, as in like kill more?
Or is it with like an E?
this one L.
Yeah, Kilmor.
You are
You are.
Kilmer. There are, on occasion, we'll find these monstrous little creatures there. They have no shape. They have no bones or form. They're simply. It's as though the water itself was struck with evil and attempted to devour everything.
Like, do I have an idea of what he's talking about? Ooze.
You can. He would describe it as an ooze. Yes, a black ooze.
I don't think that I've ever encountered that myself, but I do understand what you're talking about. We traveled here through the mountains, and I'm not going to tell him why we're coming here. I'm not going to tell him anything major about the party, but can
you tell him about the giant?
can I tell him about like the shit that we saw and the giant?
The
I have to spread our story.
giant.
No one's gonna fucking believe us.
If anyone's gonna believe us, it's not gonna be this guy.
It's definitely not gonna be this guy.
He just raised an eyebrow. A stone giant, huh?
The
Are
giant.
you personally convinced to assist you?
I said it as a joke, and she was
okay.
just like, "Yeah, good idea."
You know how you threw the manacles up because we were so stupid for asking that you couldn't believe and not do, and you did it just because?
No.
Okay, why did you throw the manacles up?
Because it was funny.
Because you were in a position to kill me.
Oh, I see. Well, the reason I just mentioned
And
was
it
why the
served
stone
me no
giant.
benefit. Okay.
The reason I just mentioned was why the stone giant did it. He couldn't
He-
believe
he-
I asked him.
So you were
He
telling
thought
me
he just.
he took you time out of his day to walk
Night.
It was
was day.
It was day.
It was day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
was
we
very
had to keep him
particularly day.
from.
It was the night was when he was tearing up trees.
To just walk.
Well, you can look me dead in the eyes right now. It sounds insane. But it happened and he almost killed us a couple times.
Yeah, stone giants when they're on the surface kind of are.
They go a little.
Yeah. So
They almost like when you guys lock onto people when you're using your boomerangs, but not as murdery. Just
he just got really like focused on some like snow one time. Like he
Yes,
really
he
he really
enjoyed the
wanted
snow.
to draw on it and play with it. Yeah, it was wild.
almost got killed by some peritons. That was fun.
Yep. That's what happened to the.
Oh, yes, that's what I don't get me now.
I understand that. We also almost got. Do we count the harpies as almost getting killed by them?
No, I mean they didn't even
They
go
almost
into
lured us
combat
in.
with them.
Oh, sorry. Let me rephrase that. They almost lured me in. And did they get you too?
For yeah.
And the harpies
You had to
thing
punch
was
me a
off a
couple times, that was
cliff,
kind of
wasn't
rude.
it? They were luring us across a chasm.
It was you were being lured very near a chasm.
Okay, very near a chasm.
What are you guys talking about when you're walking over? Did you want to talk about
Oh yeah, you said something.
Oh, I was going to ask before we were out of it. So, if there's a staggered party from what it sounds like it's going to be, how are we going to handle that without splitting up? Because unless we just
My hopes are that they're staggered enough that we can eliminate them in waves. My two main concerns are going to be the casters and Nimbus's moral compass.
That is a very big concern.
yes, believe me.
So we don't have
There's a
enough
couple
rope
dozen
to tie
orcs.
up an entire tribe.
Oh, understandable. And
You have to turn
Libya's
a tree.
moral compass is suitable when things are
I
good to
admire
go.
her optimism,
Oh, yeah. But I'm not
but
going
in
to
this
let her.
case, it's an obstacle.
Keep talking shit, guys. It's fine.
I'm not going to let her moral compass endanger the lives of you all. So I am balancing the act between keeping friction low versus keep somehow you guys actually being injured from her ideology. So if worst comes to worst, screw that opinion, slice to the throat. But hopefully, normally individuals that strong of a mentality can change people's minds that probably can't be changed occasionally. So, that's why I give her the benefit of the doubt to an extent. But
You
with-
notice how I didn't behead them and I tied them up?
Exactly. I strongly believe in the safety of my friends. Strongly. And the fact that her ideology was able to prevent me from killing someone who injured Einir, that was very surprising. I was like, okay. Well, again, she was a party member, so if she could do that, who knows what she did. But we'll see how it goes.
So as you return to the northern cave, just as they're describing to the orc man about how they traveled.
Do they walk in right as we're talking about the stone giant?
No, a little bit after that. Basically, as you walk in, you just hear like, "I'm sure you did."
Okay,
I'm trying to tell him, guys.
Wait, what happened?
The stone giant. No one fucking believes us.
We should have.
We should.
We
yeah.
need proof, but I don't know what proof we would have brought except the stone giant.
I was there. I still don't believe it.
I don't either, honestly.
Like-
I made a joke. That was a joke, by the way.
I mean, it worked.
I mean, it did, but it was a joke.
How did talking to Dernbar go?
It went pretty well. We were able. He's already setting up plans for evacuation in case things
Okay.
break past us somehow. But he's going to send some guards down here, of course, to look after the pit, to make sure that none of them escape. And he's aware that we're going to be
Did you guys have per chance to ask him about any spellcasters that he may have to help, or I don't know, give us
I think Apoxin
an
was,
advantage
Apoxin
or
was
a?
pretty clear that
He said that they weren't strong enough to take on these orcs. He never said that they weren't strong enough to give us a what is it, a sharper edge or an advantage at some point, or just be there to make sure that we don't die.
So he did give us the. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
He did basically tell us that people here in this village are the extent of their battle usefulness. They know which end of a sword to hold.
But I think he's talking about the warlocks, not the people
The
in the
warlocks, maybe they could give us, I don't know,
I have
make
a
our
feeling
weapons
they're the ones we're
light on
supposed to be
fire,
protecting.
or
And that was my
like, you don't need battle effectiveness to make someone's sword catch on fire and stay that way. So
from the way he described it, it sounded like that their primary concern was just being a solid defense in the city
You
itself.
said guards are
Okay.
on their way.
Yeah.
So then we can ask them if they think that they, as a collective, have anything that can help us in that regard.
because
Well,
if we meet this orc hunting party, let's say, I don't know, 4 hours into our rest tonight, that means you probably won't have your spells. That means Idazel probably won't have refreshed or granted you more spells to use. That means whatever your magic is made of won't be able to be used. That means a lot of things.
I mean, I still have my eyes available, but that's not my primary advantage. He did give us some information about what to expect from the party. He stated the group that we captured was the, I guess they're top tier fighters per se. They're scouting.
That makes me feel a lot better.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
totally.
the individuals that we should expect from this party are considered lower tier. However, we are to expect casters, which makes sense because he stated that one of them was, the one who gave him their vision of pursuing this.
She's probably the leader of them.
And
She's their main priestess.
we probably won't see Taral then. Taral.
Oh, we
Taral.
We certainly will.
Yeah, we'll
Payroll.
The
That's
chief isn't going to send his people in without fighting.
Oh,
Now,
Unless
she
he's
will
a
probably-
coward, in which
In
he
which
wouldn't
case
be
they wouldn't.
chieftain.
Exactly.
Yeah, she might remain behind, but I don't.
Taral was a guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was the guy. He was actually the.
He just keeps saying she's and he's where it was mentioned
They,
specifically.
them, they.
I was getting confused,
Oh, no,
okay?
Too many weird
Too
names.
many words, okay? Too many words.
So I guess we could go ahead and tip to ask if they could provide some type of.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess.
Could I have? You have a healer's kit, don't you?
Yes, I have.
Could I
one in
have
my
that?
bag. Let me make sure I actually have.
That's important.
So
Open my.
do
my
you
bag
want to
of
come
holding
with
real
me
quick.
since you have a connection with tomorrow, or do you want me to go myself?
Hold on.
I can go with you.
Healer's kit.
I don't think
Do I have that in my bag?
much is gonna come of it, but
It's in
I
my
agree,
backpack
but
and not my
it
bag of
doesn't hurt
holding.
to ask.
Here.
Worst case scenario, I'm gonna dig around my pockets because I don't remember which pocket I put
do
it
you
in.
need it
Or
like
that,
right now, or
that
do
pull
you,
glowing
I mean,
orange
it's just
stone.
gonna be in my
to, like,
backpack. You can grab it. If
I'd
you
I
like
can
need
use
to
this
have it
worst
so
case
that I can
scenario.
just use it instead
But-
of having to go through your shit.
Okay.
If I throw this on that, if I shatter this, it's the some of the earth elemental thing. If I summon this, we may have it on easy mode. We may not. We may be able to
Charges.
kill everyone immediately, but then we have
Full.
to
I
deal
haven't
with
used it.
the aftermath.
yeah.
True.
I don't want you to use your gift recklessly unless it's absolutely needed.
Hence, worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Yes. All right. So
It's just,
we'll-
I don't want to. If it's a worst case scenario, that means I'm dropping it and I'm running because at that point I won't be able to fight much longer.
Ymir gave me her healer's kit. So
How many
I
characters
currently-
left?
Full. She
Full.
has a
I haven't
Okay.
used it a single time because I am a healer.
Can. No, you guys are still discussing plans, so.
Oh,
continue
I thought we
on.
were heading over to.
Yeah, we can head over.
Yeah, we're heading over back.
Back up the leather workers kit. Basically, I just wanted to make 5
Are we staying
leather
in here
straps
until-
that would
I can
5
stay here
other
and then meet you
straps that I
guys
could use
there
for.
until the guards get here.
As you are actually very quickly following the two of you is a pair of warlocks.
Nice.
Oh,
Real quick, can I kind of? How deep is the pit?
30 feet.
30 feet. How tall is the orc?
Like 7, 8.
Okay. Your friends should be waking up soon. They should be mostly okay. I'm concerned about the one that was bleeding heavily. Sorry, Einar. I'm going to take out enough from the healer's kit for 1 charge.
Jesus.
Eyes up. I'm gonna drop it. I'm not the whole healer's kit. Just enough materials for 1 charge. They should be okay. Make sure he isn't bleeding. Make sure that you... I don't have a water skin or else I drop that down. Just do what you can to keep it clean. Like, don't let him rub dirt in it or anything.
Yes, we have. As soon as Agmar wakes up, I'll give it to him.
Drop.
Agmar.
Agmar.
Agmar's number 5.
Number 5. Oh, okay, I got a name.
That's why I told
No. Kilmer's number 5.
Kilmer's number 5. He had
Oh.
he had the acid ooze thing.
Oh, sorry, I didn't recognize that was him. Kilmer is number 5.
So,
Okay.
which one is that? Does he signal to one of them?
Yeah.
He points to one of them. There's only one left unnamed. Right now, there's 2 left unnamed. Sorry.
2, yeah. Which one is it? Number 1 or number 3 or 4?
I am not keeping track.
And which ones do we have?
It's
Which
number
names
3.
do we have? Which names do we have? so far?
Kulad, Kilmer, and
Kool-Aid.
Ogmer.
I'm gonna go ahead and do a
Lod,
complete shot in the dark here, but I'm gonna try it.
Kilmore and
So
Osmer.
2
Admer.
Kool-Aid.
Kulad.
The Kulad. My goal here is to do as little harm to your tribe as we can. But we have to protect the village that they're going to be trying to destroy.
Yes.
We've already discussed this with you. We've discussed, like,
I expect nothing else.
we can talk to the town, see about maybe changing the town's name, making it so that they aren't broadcasting it, so obviously so it isn't as offensive to your tribe. If I were... of your tribe, you mentioned that all of you are
I believe at this point the damage has been done.
if I were to try and talk to your tribe to prevent more blood from being shed, because I'm going to be honest with you. We're a fairly powerful group. And I think that even if we can't kill the entirety of your tribe, I think we could do a lot of damage that I don't want to happen. And we could harm a lot of people that I don't want to harm. So out of everyone in your tribe, who do you think would be the most apt to listen? Who would be able to help me talk to the rest of the tribe?
The people who would be apt to listen, well, the people who would be able to do anything. I don't think any of them are apt to listen. I think that we would sooner run ourselves on your spears than change our minds on them.
Because I presume that Ukrazar is a magic user, based on what you told me about her. Which makes her a high priority target, and I don't want to hurt a spiritual leader. I don't want to hurt somebody who is your connection to the One-Eyed One.
She will hurt you as much as she can,
I don't doubt it.
and it is only natural for you to respond in kind.
Holy!
If I could give this orc a high 5, I would. Air high 5.
The life that we live, that we are meant to live, is one where people die over and over and over again. Because
And if
that-
your entire tribe is decimated, you would prefer that? The
to
children?
abandon, I would
Your
prefer.
family?
I would prefer that we remain true to our beliefs and join the One-Eyed One in his eternal struggles, than to abandon him, live short, meaningless lives, and then go to nothingness.
You could remain true to your beliefs. The town can change.
Will the town change? Will they vary from their beliefs any more than we will?
I can't. They'll probably still worship Luthic in the way that they feel honors her in their own way, which is obviously different from yours. But
I fear that you fight to the losing fight.
Like, yeah.
At
who
this
is-
point,
who-
I think you guys are here.
Over here?
Yeah.
Unless you want to start moving. He's in the pit.
Yeah,
Okay.
we didn't like lift him out or
And
Yeah.
all
Do you guys want to keep on? Do you want to
like,
go?
were we still in the cave when she was talking to him, or
Yes,
were,
yeah,
I
you
mean,
were-
imagine so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I would
I
have
know,
said,
yeah.
and not only that, it's not really right for the village to have to change their name because of the
It's a
fact
name.
still they
A name means nothing.
would you change the name of the person you believe in?
a whole lot.
Would you willingly say no? Idazel's
We're not-
name is
We're not
Athraville.
asking them to stop believing in Luthik. We're not asking them to stop worshiping Luthik. We're asking them to change the name of their town so that their town doesn't get decimated.
Well-
because this tribe is going to stop
But
attacking them, but
you're-
others aren't.
I'm not asking you to stop believing in Idazel. I'm just saying, hey, change Idazel's name to Blue.
Sure.
That's you would do that, and that wouldn't be an affront to Idazel himself.
Idazel's a man.
That's why I said
Male
herself,
deity.
himself.
Idazel doesn't care.
I mean, Thor would, so Thor would be pissed.
Yeah.
But anyhow, they believe in kill or be killed, right? Isn't that right?
Yes,
Yeah, kill or be killed, right?
it is the way of life.
Would you rather stay in the pit, or would you rather them just kill you now,
At this point, stay in the pit.
knowing that you're not going to be able to fight with your brethren? Knowing that your brethren are
His
probably
brother is
going to
down there technically. I don't think his brother is the
the tribe.
At this point, I mean, you bring up a good point.
If we let you out of the pit, would you fight with your tribe?
Yes.
Easy. You don't have to ask that many words. But
That wasn't what I was asking. I'm asking if he wants you guys to kill him.
no one wants to die. Well,
Well,
you
clearly
might.
they do.
But
They will prefer to die to change their mind.
yeah,
That's
no one wants to. But you can prefer to do something than actually want to do something. The words
So
make
if
sense.
if the entirety of your tribe died,
How?
I mean, presumably attacking this village.
In battle.
A glorious death in battle is.
I'm
the
asking
most
what you
important.
want to do after that happens.
Try to destroy the town.
Hmm.
exactly.
When you've already given your word.
Did I? No, I never gave my word I wouldn't destroy this town.
You gave the word that you'd walk out.
That
After
yeah.
attempting
But
to.
You said if we were to let you go, that
No.
you would leave the city.
You
and
said,
would-
or what was said was, if she were to let him go, she wouldn't try to stop him if he
No.
didn't attack the town.
The
No,
wording was
he said something in response.
Yeah.
if you would allow me to leave.
You would not attack the town.
He would.
I'm asking.
If you would allow me and our brothers to leave. No, I told you I would attack the town in that circumstance. Not immediately. I wouldn't be a fool about it.
Oh, Jesus.
He wouldn't attack it leaving. That just
I-
like
I-
a rock has
I
more
haven't
intelligence
armor,
than
I
that.
haven't weapons. We are very capable with just our bare fists, but come on, girl.
And that's when words come back and bite you. Gotta be specific.
Like
You
he's
never-
not a rock. I don't like him, but
I wasn't
he's not
gonna ask
that
him
dumb.
He
He
was
promises
okay
if he
if you
didn't
let
all-
him go.
If he didn't offer up promises, he would just lie.
I don't think he's not the type to lie. He seems relatively honest.
Well, I tried to get a promise out of him, and he chose not to.
Yeah.
So I can't really do much else other than that.
Yeah, he's not going to lie. He's not that type of person.
The pair of warlocks are like, should we come back later?
No.
You're good.
All right.
Yeah, do what you want with him. Just don't let him out.
Okay. What if they try and get out?
Kill him.
Oh, like with the make them
Like you either stab them in the throat when they're climbing up,
Neither of them have swords.
or you drop a rock on their head when they're trying to climb up.
Can we cast a spell on them?
Yes.
Yes.
On their head when they try to climb up. Yes.
Okay.
On their head. Twice.
They're not very healthy right now. They've been injured a lot, so it shouldn't be too hard. And they're naked.
Yeah.
They're not naked. Just
They're in loincloths.
I presume
close to naked.
they have loincloths.
Yes.
For all intents and purposes, they're naked.
Yes.
Yeah, tomato. So as I'm about to head out, I was like, yeah. Like I said, I kind of thought it was going this direction, but you gave you your best.
Yes, with your insane knowledge of orc culture, I'm sure you did.
I don't understand orcs, but I understand warriors. Yeah. Then I head over to.
If you're trying to help any other race of beings out here, you probably would be doing a great job. But not these guys.
You were talking to me like
I know it's fallen upon deaf ears,
like.
but I'm trying to give you a thumbs up. Like it's you're doing great, kid, but
I don't.
it's against the
appreciate
wrong
it.
one. And I just
There
I'll
is
walk,
no wrong
walk
one.
away.
Do you guys? Okay, would everyone just like to come up to me and say their one-liner so that they can then walk dramatically into the distance?
I'm not walking dramatically in the distance. I'm
Are
following.
you sure?
I'm following Ryzen.
So where are you guys
Okay,
walking
Bron,
dramatically
what's your
off the
one-liner?
distance to?
It's your time.
Front gates. Get ready to set up stuff.
Is it just the sigh?
I admire your optimism.
And then you walk away?
Everybody can do it back.
It's not contagious.
You gotta say the rest of it.
I think that was it.
And then...
And then I walk away.
Alright, Einir, it's your turn.
I mean, I don't have one. I'm just.
Just pat her on the back and walk away.
Then there's one thing.
She
there's
can't
one
reach her
line you
back.
have to say.
Continue.
An extra 2 feet there.
Are you just gonna walk side by side with me? Because that's not really conducive.
I mean, I don't.
Walks away.
She
Alright,
just.
Iker. You say it walks away. Iker, it's your turn. Go on.
What I imagine is you just look at
I'm
me,
just,
like
I'm still like standing next to Nimbus, like.
you just looking up. I'm just like.
Iker, you gotta say your one-liner and then walk away.
We'll give you food if you say a one-liner.
Like, hold on tight.
We'll give you food if you say a one-liner.
Meat.
We'll give you food if you say a good one-liner.
Roll the dice. This is what the dice are for.
It is.
Percentile dice, because that's more fun.
Yes, I agree.
Temptation Island.
They never get used, but they're so fun.
Okay. Gonna look at you.
I hold up a piece of turkey. Good one-liner, come on. Huh? I have rations.
You can see her thinking. Food is good, and then jumps at the food.
Yeah. That is, yes, okay.
Walk away, Einir.
You know what?
Help her walk away.
She jumps over like
I'll just like slowly turn.
and then she
Awkwardly turn.
Here, you can go back.
well, she better. She jumps.
She better.
Jumps over to you. Although you sense, given the fact that she ate the food before clinging to you, you're not sure how she feels.
Essentially, she walked away.
She walked away. Kind of. I'm
walk
still
away.
like standing next
With
to
the
you.
leather
Just
worker
like,
ticket, did I have enough time to make like enough little leather straps like this?
Yeah, I feel like
Okay, that's all I wanted. Like 5 of them. They just cut in leather strips.
From what skin?
The goat skin.
Okay, yeah, that works.
Because I already had that.
And I had another like 2 hours of working on it.
2 hours. Gotcha. Yeah, that's my main goal for now. I've got something in the working up in the old noggin.
Yes. Where were we?
Oh, we're heading
Yeah, so
over.
yeah, where are you guys going?
Yeah, we're
We
heading.
were
Where
walking
are you
away.
dramatically walking away to?
Oh, wait, we're heading back to
Durn bar?
Durn bar.
Well, I wanted to go to the front
I say
gates.
dumbbell.
The front
Like,
gate?
yeah, I want to go the. Yeah,
At this
basically,
point, it is like afternoon.
Yeah,
The sun's getting lower.
I need to get bigger.
Is Einir still in the cave?
I was with.
Alright, and I'll just walk around the town real quick, just trying to figure out a point which would be best for anyone to come into.
Give me a
Like,
give me a perception check for that.
Perception check. Come on, dice. Give me a natural 20 again. Is that cocked or is that straight, Ashley? Is that cocked or straight?
That's straight.
Okay. It is leaning a little bit, but oh well. I would have taken it if it was good. So 13.
Looking around, there are like several hills. There is one place leading from that direction. It's like between some hills. If you're gonna walk anywhere, it seems that's the easiest place to walk into town. Town itself doesn't have like any walls or anything. If you're gonna attack it, any angle is pretty much good.
All right, but the most optimal way for them to.
The easiest way is certainly between a pair of hills that like reach. It's like a nice little walky valley.
Okay. Then I'll be looking for from then out until we meet. Everyone meets back up. I'm assuming, until everyone else decides to meet back up. I'll be just scouting out little locations around there to set little traps up or something like that. Or any place that I can set traps or set something up so that they can't, like a blockade or something.
Essentially, in there,
Yeah. Like,
blockades aren't going to help any.
well,
unless
not
you
like a
actually-
blockade, but something that stalls movement for a little bit, just in case they like get close enough.
Start digging
Okay.
a trench.
I will not.
Okay.
I don't have a shovel.
All right.
I think I do.
You're not with me.
That's true.
Okay, so that's what you're doing.
And a good place for fog cloud too. Like a fog cloud to come rolling to be like, okay, you guys can't see here. Let's move on over to this side.
Okay. And then what's everyone else doing? So you guys are heading back. Are you guys just heading back to the cave? And then you two are staying where you were, or what's going on with you two?
Oh, I mean, I don't know what you were saying for, but I was just staying because out of pure spite.
Out of pure spite.
Yeah, everyone was walking away, so I stayed.
I assumed we were all leaving.
I don't know. I was
Because
staying
the
with
guard-
you.
No, I think she was saying
She was
you
staying with
told
you.
her to walk away from you, but she's
And then I
staying
didn't.
with you.
I
out
assumed
of
that we
spite.
were all leaving at the same time. You guys were all just leaving with like a dramatic distance because because I assumed like everyone's wearing a cloak, so everyone went like, whoosh, and then like turned around and walked away like catwalks
Except
down.
To be fair, mine was more of a pity, like.
But
It
I figured we were all leaving
No.
because the guards are here, and that was
Oh,
kind
that's
of
true, that's
why
true.
we brought them, was so we didn't have to
stay
stay
there. Mhm.
here. I
Yeah.
mean, we can stay,
I know.
but I just don't see any reason to.
Exactly. I think it makes sense. We all went by ahead to.
Are you good with that?
Sorry.
Dernbar did tell us that the blacksmith here in town,
It's full orc,
Moramunk, is full orc. So
or as close as full orc as you could get in the city. He's the only one that could take it into consideration, right?
yeah, so I don't know if anyone wants to go talk to him.
I mean, for what purpose?
To see if they can give us any more information than what Dernbar could on what we might be expecting to run into.
I mean, it sounds like we've got a pretty good idea of what we're expecting. We're expecting normal troops, as well as spellcasters, as well as a chief.
Yeah.
And I mean, anyone who's in this village.
Did you send your owl out to scout the camp at all?
Oh no, I
was
didn't.
never
No,
done.
you never did that. Okay.
I can do that now. I can just send it out right now and.
Yeah, that's okay. The reason I asked if Einir was still in the cave was to borrow her owl. But if it's
Yeah,
it's already
I
too
can-
late for me because I already.
So you,
Yeah.
you walked off. So
Yeah.
it's okay.
I
Everyone's
Everyone's
leaving the
walking
cave.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
everyone's
who's
leaving.
going where? You wanted to go scout around town.
scouted
Well,
around
let's go.
town and
We're going to Dernbar to
Yeah.
ask if we can have some warlocks, possibly to assist some spellcasters, because we're low on spells ourselves in case they attack during the night. I guess you guys either join us. Originally, I was believing maybe talking to the blacksmith might give us some
'Cause he's
insight on the
probably
tribe,
born
but
in the
town, yeah, so he probably wouldn't be able to give any extra.
And
It's-
the only thing that we aren't sure of is if they're going to attack all in one group or if they're going to attack wave by wave. Because whether or not they attack by day or night is just up to the tribe. That's not knowing orcs. That's just knowing what the tribe's plan is for that particular day.
Well, I was curious about if he may have some knowledge, because I'm curious if the guard that we attacked didn't want to give you a person to speak to because he's concerned that you might be able to change their mind.
I don't think that's the case.
Yeah, most likely
And I
because
think
I
that
don't
even
think
if
he
we went
lies.
to the blacksmith wouldn't be able to help us with that.
Yeah, Yeah, I was like, that would be a risky idea, but maybe be able to take other consideration. So outside of that, yeah.
I mean, the chief would be the best bet. However, yeah. That right there? Yeah. Because actually, no, false. The spiritual leader would be the best bet. But since she was the one who said to raid the village.
It's a rough.
Wait. Don't you have a spell you could use to calm people down?
You're right. It's a second level spell. Do you want to know how many second level spell slots I have?
None.
The answer's none. And
So-
also, it only works on like a 20-foot radius.
Oh.
And they keep making saves.
Oh, they keep making.
Oh,
No, it ends if any of their allies are attacked
Right.
by any of you.
Right. However,
Bad.
the problem with that is that it just makes them indifferent. It doesn't make them more likely to listen to us.
You make them indifferent towards a group of people.
Right.
Towards a designated thing.
So if we rested, I could sure do that.
Yeah, I am just trying to find a way where your beliefs can come to light in this scenario. As slim of a chance as it may be.
I don't need you to do that.
All right.
I
Just-
appreciate the thought, but you don't care.
No, I
And
don't-
so I would rather you do something that you care about than...
Oh, really? Okay. Thanks for that consideration.
Obviously, I don't want you to kill people, and if I can stop you from doing that, then great, but I don't want you to... The point of Izel is to find forgiveness with yourself, to learn to live with yourself, if you regret any of your actions leading up to this point.
Well, I clearly don't. I mean, I'm
Can
pretty
I
sure.
insight check that?
Sure.
Can I cast guidance on myself? Can I look at him awkwardly for 6 seconds and then be like,
No. Look at him awkwardly.
so yeah? It looks awkward.
Yes. It is
Oh, you're
definitely.
fucked.
You are very much aware that she is casting a spell on herself
14,
to
15,
improve
16,
her ability
17,
to read
18,
you.
19, 20,
Okay.
21,
But
22.
I don't think you have any objection to that.
22.
Yeah, it's completely true. I have no regrets.
Really?
Mm-mm.
No regrets in your entire life is what that means.
Oh, I think we were referring to my ideology towards his
No.
behavior.
No regrets. You've done nothing that you regret. That is of major consequence to you. You've done nothing that you regret.
Nothing, no major decisions that you wish you had made a different major
Right.
decision. Not like, oh man, I regret not eating breakfast today.
No, it's like,
The major life choices that
Oh,
you think you did
no.
should have done differently.
oh.
Mm-mm.
Oh, so you were totally fine with what happened with Cardiff. And all of your actions with that. Good. Cool to know.
That was Alyssa speaking, not Nimbus.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Obviously.
I was just like,
I was
hold
like,
on,
how
what
is-
did we just learn?
Yeah, I was like, how has she done it?
Because
Well,
I find it very difficult to believe that you have a character that has never done anything that they regret. That is hard for me to believe.
major decision? No, not really. Most of the stuff that he was having.
Most of the stuff?
He's also 14.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. People
He's-
have things that they
His
regret.
baby.
Yeah, I'm like, so you have to realize, as 14 years old, okay, that's out of character. I can't really
My
get
sister is 15. She's got tons of shit she regrets, and she was not raised from the age of 3 to be a killing machine.
I mean, I feel like
The
if
very
you are,
fact that he was raised in this life makes him less likely to regret anything
That's
he does in
the
it.
point.
yeah,
So you're totally fine with how you are with like your sister and shit. That's cool.
He's basically an insane super soldier.
Cool.
Like those Russian dudes from Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
So you're a sociopath.
Winter Soldier? Yeah, Winter Soldier.
trained sociopath.
Interesting.
Yeah. So what? But that's what I say. To my knowledge, can't think of anything that reversal. So.
That's a shame.
Well, again, different perspectives of life. I respect yours. So.
Did Idea want to do anything?
not really.
'Cause we were in discussion what you guys have been wanting to do.
Just walking towards town, chatting more about like philosophical approaches.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of like philosophical
I mean-
approaches to life.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I want to take a long rest because I am.
I don't
Very
know.
weak
We
off.
can't take a long rest until we hit the
I know.
24-hour mark, and even then, I don't.
I mean, yeah, that's just vaguely speaking. That's the only thing I
Technically,
want to
since
do.
I
So
stayed
we're not gonna be
up
able to do
since-
that for a while. So nothing in between.
I stayed up the entire night. Could I just take a long rest right now?
Yes. 24 hours since the completion of your prior long rest.
I could take a long rest at any point. I'm good. I just
Just have a
wanted
spare
to
4
know.
hours, just like
Yep.
okay, real quick.
Just
It's probably what, like the sun is lowering at this point. So
I
what do
mean,
you guys want to
should,
do?
You should do that.
No, I'll definitely be first on rest when
No, as in like you should take a long rest.
I'm
as
outside
soon
of the
as
town.
possible.
I'm outside of the town scouting areas.
We can watch, but if there is a way for you to get all of your shit back, whatever shit you have, there's no physical reason why you should not do that.
What you guys are doing right now, I am literally outside of the town. I don't think I can just hunker down for
But you
for
can
4 hours.
You can come back to the town and find us.
We left off with you guys working your way to the blacksmith, though.
Did you guys actually want to? You two were going to Durnbar.
Durnbar, that's what I meant. Yeah, we left off
Then
working
where
you guys ways
where are
to.
you two
I think
going?
there were a couple of
Are you guys
Durnbar.
going to go after Oxurnius?
I don't really think it matters where we go because we're not doing anything.
That's fair. We'll go ahead and do the Durnbar chart, and then we can have more of a meta, quick level thing. So, what do you guys want to say to Durnbar real quick?
So we were wondering if there's any casters you could provide to help assist us in case.
Oh, I mean, yeah, we're doing everything. We'll do everything we can. Like,
Is there a couple that may be able to join us currently, or?
well, let's see. You're kind of like taking a mental inventory. Okay, so we've got those two folks who are going to keep an eye out on you guys at the old mine. We got some folks in town right now, and then I'm making sure everyone's all trained up and ready to go from the orcs actually arrive.
Okay,
Total, we should be able to provide 15 folks.
15. Are they all going to stay around the city, or can some join us out?
If you wanna, if you wanna set up the tactics, however you like.
Oh, we could bring a couple.
As long as, please don't get them killed.
Of course not. That is not our intent by any means. We want them to be able. We try to protect them, but at the same time, things are, kind of dire when it comes to
They
some of our
will-
spellcasters here. So
They might sacrifice themselves, and that's okay. But
I can only use it on.
we'll try to
don't
prevent that as much
use
as
them
possible.
for a sacrifice.
Oh, yeah, we would try to prevent
That's
that as
one
much
of
as
the-
possible.
We
You think about
discussed
me,
it.
I will tell us. I would try to keep focused.
we have what did I say? 14?
Do
15.
15. yeah.
do any of them have magical means of sending messages to the others?
They are very much green.
Can
It's funny. She thinks that they're 5th level casters.
you can
I also don't think warlocks can get
Message.
I hate to
sent
ask
a
short
message,
distance.
but short distance. I don't
Okay.
think warlocks can even get
can
sending
one of them
unless there's some.
For-
I don't think celestials can either because they don't get
to
cleric spells.
preferably be sent with horses? My thinking is if we have a couple of them join us that have horses and something goes terribly wrong, they can rush back to town to warn you.
I like that plan. Yes, we can. We'll get a pair of horses for them. I believe they'll be willing to pitch in for free on this one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sounds good. All right. Good. Thank
Okay, so general. Right now, you don't really need to go to anywhere to talk to anyone, so we can have like a meta level discussion of the tactics.
So I was basically right outside making sure that looking for areas that, like, if I were to drop a fog cloud, it would blanket an area so that you'd be warned them to stay away from that area. Like, be like, oh well, we can't see through this area. Let's move into
Your
a vision we
biggest
can actually
problem
see.
is that there are some natural. Basically, it's harder to go up a hill than it is to go down. But generally speaking, they can come from any angle.
Okay.
So generally speaking, there are places where it's easier to come and where it's natural to come from. But as far as like strategic positional denying areas, they're operating with so much free space that you'd have to like narrow them in, have traps.
You'd have to
create that
okay,
obstacle.
gotcha. If we had another day or two, just 1 or 2 days, but I mean, we're still trying to get to Einir's place.
And honestly,
It makes sense that you should come back and get.
Yeah, I was just gonna
Yeah.
scout the area for real quick and then.
Because I mean, obviously, like, if anyone can get a long rest, do it. I just feel like you're the one who has the best chance at it.
I feel like also if I mean they might not attack tonight.
They might not.
And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think we're planning on invading their camp tonight.
I don't fucking know.
I don't think.
No.
I mean,
I was considering
tapped.
why I
Einir
went
and
to first
I,
level
we
spell
got
stuff, like-
this.
I
Our
am-
strength scores win.
I am
What?
tapped.
Exactly. We've got this.
Okay.
We'll sneak in. We'll kill everything. We'll walk back. XP level up.
Yeah.
I'm just imagining Nimbus saying, "Watch me," and then she like heads into the camp, gets 2 feet in, and then gets immediately slaughtered. And all of you guys are like,
for your next character.
all of you guys are like,
But we told her.
I know. Do you
We
have your next
told
character
her.
planned yet?
I was thinking a pink tiefling.
Continue.
In the meantime, she can do the arrow dance.
Continue. Continue.
I was thinking like a Whispers Bard pink tiefling.
Yeah.
Does she have a
What's
soul?
what's her name?
It's not Cardiff, but none of you ever asked.
Okay.
Is it Heta Rock?
So I'm guessing we're going to attempt to rest up for tonight, and if we hear
Spelled
the
with
alarm,
Started backwards, but it sounds so bad.
I think
Rock.
I think the
Oh, you're
plan
asking
is
fast,
to
it's good.
rest a mile outside of town
Mhm.
and have your trap set a mile ahead of that.
Mm. Yeah, just barely out, or barely a mile. Yep.
Hopefully, and I doubt we'll get that lucky, but hopefully, if his trap gets set off, or if you do,
Keep in mind
you
if
regain hit dice if you're sleeping in heavy armor. No, huh?
You don't lose you exhaustion, I believe.
you get-
only
you
regain,
get half.
you get half your
You,
hit
regain,
dice.
you already regain half.
Okay.
I think you regain half of half.
That's what I thought, but I think we clarified that rule and that's not right.
I'm pretty sure we clarified it to be that, but I'm not sure.
So go,
I think we initially
go ahead
thought
and
you
keep
don't
on
get
working on it,
anything.
and I'll let you know.
I believe it's that you can gain exhaustion, but that you still get all of your stuff back. I think that was.
Maybe, I don't know.
He's looking up. So.
But
So yeah, so I guess that's our plan. We'll just wait outside a mile out, and then
Alyssa?
What the fuck are you gonna do to stop me?
Alyssa's sad we're planning to kill them.
Okay, so here's the plan.
We
We
just
send
lost
Nimbus
all
in
of our viewers.
alone.
All
Okay.
3 of them.
sorry folks, you,
All 6 of them.
I'm one of them though. So,
Oh, damn.
you guys missed out on
I'm
her
also one of
WWE
them.
I am
bro.
also one of them. So.
so all 3 of them.
all 3 of them. High
Yeah.
five for pounding numbers, guys. Oh yeah.
You're all
Woo!
doing at
Hi,
once.
Cassie.
Nope, 2 of
You're
them.
still paying attention.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I have nothing else I can do. While I set up the trap and everything, I guess I'll take my long rest after, not after setting up the trap, but I'll take my
I would
4-hour
help you
rest.
set up the trap, but we all know how dexterous I am.
Is
Oh, it's just
there-
a drop in a scroll.
Oh yeah.
Reese,
Oh,
I know
okay,
you're
okay.
looking
Yeah.
something up, but is there anything in that general
Oh, the other
mile
one I
from
see.
town space that would allow us to set up camp and not be
You can nestle yourselves like behind a hill.
okay? I think it's probably wisest to
1/4 instead of 1/2.
oof.
You prefer medium and heavy armor.
Okay. Oof.
Minimum of 1.
Do we want to be behind a hill? Because if they come over the hill, then they have the high ground.
That's a good point.
Do
But
we
if you're
want
on
the
the
high
hill,
ground?
then they can see you moving in.
We can be right behind the slope.
Or is there tall grass? It's the plains, right?
There are some areas of tall
Let's
grass you
just
can find. but
let's
yeah.
just army
That
crawl
target, yeah.
everywhere.
I think maybe it would be wisest to have some of our warlocks take the watch for us,
Yeah.
so that we can all long rest. Well, as quickly as possible.
Oh, that's
As
true.
quickly as possible in 8
Yeah,
hours.
Like no,
Full
I will
round.
be because it still hasn't been 24 hours so for you. Like you guys
For us,
can't
yeah.
long rest yet,
Yeah.
but I can literally pass out at any point. So
And
as
then
soon
he
as I
can watch.
would meet up with you, I'd pass out and then I can keep watch.
That's
Yeah.
good.
So the 24 hours, does it apply to you?
I
You
only
didn't
have
rest
4
Because
hours.
He didn't
Yeah,
rest.
He didn't rest
because
last
he
night.
didn't
Oh,
trust.
Yeah.
that's true.
I didn't trust him because Augie didn't trust him because it was an orc who knew our names, who had powers. I didn't really trust him.
Gotcha.
Like that's just creepy.
So how many hours is considered a long rest? 6?
8.
4.
For you, 4. For everyone else, 8.
Oh,
Yes.
8 hours.
It's 8. It's
6,
8,
6 of
but-
which must be spent sleeping.
Yeah.
The other 2 is light activity.
So being on watch, reading books, something
Eating.
like that.
Okay, gotcha. So should we leave our fate? I'm not too trusty leaving our fate entirely to.
I mean, they can just wake us up.
That's why.
Well, I'll
he's
have.
going to
yeah.
be taking watch with
I'll
them.
be taking watch with them.
Because
Okay.
he's going to rest before us.
Yep.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. I was saying like I don't really need to fully rest. I mean, I rest, but besides Lucky,
Yeah, you're a fighter. You get all your stuff back on a
I'm
short
hoping-
rest.
Yeah, so
It takes 10 minutes. 10 minutes or 20 minutes by yourself to put on full armor.
10.
10. Heavy armor is 10.
heavy armor stand.
Hopefully, we'll be
Medium is
able
5,
to get
right?
She has skills,
10
so it's
minutes
5.
of warming.
Yeah, speaking of heavy armor, we should probably at one point go back for that plate armor we left behind.
Yeah.
I think it's a little late for that.
I mean,
I made it
think
pretty
deal with the
obvious. I
troops and
built everything around it and put dirt on top of it, so it
Oh,
kind
I
of looked
see,
like
I
a
see.
big old dirt mound.
I think deal with any potential troops and then deal with treasure hoarding after that.
yeah.
All right.
Um,
So I guess we
Use
got our
horses
plan
to
then?
drag
How
it
long
back.
do we have until we're able to take a long rest? How many hours?
From now
Yeah.
until you're able to. Okay. Counting back until when you have to start a long rest. From now. Sorry, I'm trying to remember the in my head.
Because I believe
4 or 5.
we got to Drock. Because we finished climbing once the sun was already down, and we got to Drock shortly after that.
Yeah.
So it should be just at most probably an hour after sundown.
Yeah. So around 4 to 5 hours from now.
Okay.
Well,
It's 4
3
now?
3 or 4 hours.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to the cave.
Could you send your owl to look for like the most advantageous position possible for us to set up camp?
I mean, we can. I don't know how well that's gonna work.
Because it's an
It's an
outside of that range. It's just an intelligence
it's
owl.
Yeah, it's just an owl.
That's fair. Okay.
Like, it's a place.
It's a pretty owl.
It's a very pretty owl.
Ooh,
Does
you
your owl
see
have a
that
name, by the way? I don't
tree?
think you ever told us.
Adelaide. I did tell you guys, no one listened.
I'll write it down. I'm
I
sorry.
listened. It's just
Adeline.
Adelaide.
I think I no. I listened, but I named it something else.
Yeah, what was
I
it?
don't remember what I named it. It's that important. You said it was a celestial thing. I was like, oh, it's not named anymore.
I didn't say it was a celestial thing to Augie. I said it to you,
Oh,
Michael.
so
Oh well.
well, I guess while we're a
This is
while,
before we
I
started
guess in
videotaping
character,
everything, so
while
we're
we're
good.
setting things up, I would walk up to you like and whisper to you in a secrecy, like, how did that? I hate to ask, but how did that orc know that I was of elven descent?
If I had to guess, and my personal experience with full orcs is limited.
Mhm.
If I had to guess, they could smell it.
I have a smell. That's
Everyone has a smell.
Well,
Foggy.
Even though I'm a ranger, and countless times I've said, I roll around in the fucking mud.
The stench of elf seeps through.
so. Can you smell me? Do I smell different from?
Make a perception check.
You smell like you haven't bathed in 7 years.
I have prestidigitation now. I mean,
That's true.
That's a 10.
I mean, he smells like he does. There's no particular elvish stink of him.
I can't.
I mean,
You smell like raisin to me. Yes. Sorry, I had to.
We're both his older sisters now.
Sorry, I had to.
we're both his older sisters now. We have to mess with him.
I like that I'm the one who came
To
up
be
with the
fair,
nickname,
Bronwyn-
we all just ran away with it.
To be fair, Bronwyn considers herself Einir's older sister too, even though they're the same age, just because she's small.
So, okay. So just to clarify, her behavior is not just her behavior. The right. That is a natural behavior in general. The whole
Yes,
teasing ordeal. It's all whispered over.
it's.
Because where I'm
Don't take it as a bad thing. It's like a way of familial bonding.
interesting. So where I'm from, if
Familial
we are
bonding is fighting.
if we're considerate to each other, we're always like treat folks with respect. We don't. Well, in my organization, we don't tease because we don't understand how the other person would feel if we attempt to tease. So this is weird for me. I don't understand because that's why I've never teased you guys, because I'm like, why would I
You didn't
tease
have
you
a childhood.
when? Yes, true.
Except for his dramatic walking away
Yeah.
after a one-liner. Whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, no, with no job. So I mean, I have to get, of course, I'm getting used to it. It's so confusing. I don't.
Respect is a good thing, but if you show nothing but respect for a person and you can't tease them, it can almost also convey a sense that you fear them. Why should you? Why should you fear someone that you're that close to?
To hurt them. You know what? I don't want to hurt them.
I mean,
That's funny.
that's fair. That's fair. But also,
I was just curious. That's all. I mean, no, keep going. The fact that you see me as family, I very appreciate that. It's just I don't really understand that behavior. I was trying to see if I could try to tease, and I'm like, ooh, no, that hurts. I'm not sure. This feels weird. So maybe over time.
I know that you were raised in an organization. I assume that means you were raised without, like, a traditional family structure. Am I correct in that?
Yeah, traditional, yes. So between us, my mother is the leader of the organization. So she helped train me since I was, a little kid. As you can imagine, she's not really.
A warm person?
No, not as like most of the warm characteristics I've seen was from other members of the organization that took me under their wing after, she decided, okay, I don't have to babysit. She doesn't have to babysit me anymore. So my childhood, yes, not really, as Nimbus kind of gets, not really, no. But it's okay.
I think it's important to be able to laugh with the people who you're closest with. And as long as there's a mutual understanding of them, that you're not teasing them because you...
So Augie, do you tease Augie because he's your friend, or do you tease Augie because, yeah?
Because you hate his guts.
You hate his guts.
Augie's a difficult one. I haven't entirely made up
Say it
my
in the
mind.
microphone.
I haven't entirely made up my mind which end of the spectrum is stronger there. Two things can be true.
Oh god.
Both of them can be accurate. It's fine.
So it can't. So it's not different what you're doing to him versus what you're doing to me and what she does to me.
It's different.
It's different. Oh, okay.
It's because you're a baby reason.
I also think his inherent hatred of orcs, while I'm not a full orc.
Agreed. I understand exactly where you're coming from with that.
It's like he inherently hates half of my existence.
Yes.
I think I'm justified to have mixed feelings
Yes.
on him.
Oh, believe me, I'm definitely completely understand where you're coming from and the dynamics. Hence, beep 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 beep. But yeah. All right. Well, thanks for that. I appreciate that. I was just trying to figure out the full gamut, and when you called me Raven, I was like, wait, so that's not an Iron thing. Okay, let me.
She may have started it. I don't think she means it to hurt your
Oh, no. I
feelings
didn't
or
think
pay
so either.
disrespect. It's a... I mean, it might come off as disrespectful, but it's not like a. I disrespect you because I hate you.
Yeah.
It's
It's not mean. It's well, it is, but it's not disrespectful.
It's mean in a nice way.
So what are the rest of you doing?
How far away from me were they when they were talking?
Well, I'll make you.
Presumably pretty far.
Okay. I just want to be sure because if they're
What
close.
are the rest you got? You said you want to go back to the
Man, that was good stuff.
cave. What do you want to do there?
Well, you can go to Ina first if you want.
I have no fucking clue what I want to do.
Okay.
So.
Nice.
I mean, I don't really have much to do.
No, you're resting.
I was resting.
I can. I'm actually probably gonna send my owl out towards the orc camp so that we can get a better view of what's going on, and see if there's any that are pushing forward. Just get an idea.
Can you give me an investigation check for the owl?
Cool. It's gonna be a -4.
I like it.
That's important.
I can't guidance my owl.
Okay, Maya, listen to me very closely as I tell you this. Look me in your face when I say this. Please don't roll like shit like you always do.
-2.
Oh, 11.
It's not bad.
11. Total of 11?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. So, owl's gonna fly out.
I
owl's
rolled
gonna
a
fly back.
15.
We'll see what the owl gathers.
Okay.
Gonna chill out by the pit. I assume everyone has woken up by now.
Yes.
Okay, I'm kind of leaning over.
You lean over and you hear, "That's let me at her." And another voice like, "Look, it's not gonna change anything. I know."
They all still have that black mark across their face.
No,
One has
no,
a
they've brushed it.
one has a big thing on his chest.
Are all of you okay? Like, does anything hurt? I understand that you.
There's some grumbling. And he says, "Yes, I think it's best if you just leave us in here and don't try and check up on us because they're getting really angry."
Do you want some food? Do you like? You know, I'm.
A rock flies up to the bottom.
Should I try and dodge it, or did you roll
It
over my
misses.
AC?
It misses.
Okay.
But it's like a small little chunk of coal is like, "Phew, get out!"
You're killing me here. You know that, right? I'm like. I genuinely don't know what to do with you guys. I genuinely have.
Take us out of here and face us like honorable warriors.
I mean, yeah, we're going to. Presumably after your tribe is destroyed, because I can't find a way to help you guys.
Why would you want to help us, huh?
That's the one-eyed one wants you to live as true orcs. My deity wants me to help people, just generally speaking.
So you're gonna destroy the town for us. That's great. That is great. All right.
Help people. Okay. Forgiveness and redemption. Do with that information what you will. Help everybody, not just people destroying stuff. Look, I've already tried discussing with you guys a little bit.
This one's like he's number 5. He's looking at me like this, and you can see.
I stop him before he talks. All right, listen, you. I held your body between my hands so you wouldn't bleed out after my friends stab you, okay? I don't want to hear anything from you, mister.
The Baba voice.
There's still blood on my cloak that belongs in you.
Any blood that I spill no longer belongs in me.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I don't want to kill you guys. I don't want to kill your buddy. But
You can see your buddy. The person you've been talking to.
Were you
is
gonna
like,
call him my buddy?
buddy, yeah. But he's like,
I got one. Guys, I got one. Good
We'll
job,
give you
guys.
half credit for that one.
Like,
Jehovah Witness.
I genuinely, I don't know what I'm supposed to do to help you guys. Like, aside from letting you kill an entire village, which I can't do.
you hear, "Ow! What'd you do that for?" "Sorry." She's not there.
Are you okay? What'd you do?
He threw a rock on my head.
Don't throw.
I was trying to throw it at your head.
Okay, here. I kind of lean over. I'm not gonna move. I can't dodge.
Is it 19 hit?
It does. Just barely.
And then right in your face is that little lump of coal.
So there's a big old
Blind
black.
too. Coal dust in your eyes.
Okay, can you stop throwing shit at each other now?
The holy cursor.
How much damage does it do?
The holy curse.
Really?
It's not a heavy rock.
Oh, so it just
It's
goes
cold.
flat?
Straight
Yeah,
up.
it's just like cold.
Oh, like...
It hits, it goes.
Okay, are you happy?
Happier.
Okay, cool. Did you get all that crap off your face, by the way?
So it was you that did that disrespect.
Would I have told you about it if it was me? Or wouldn't I just
Well, it
let it
doesn't
there?
help anything unless you rub it in. Like the miserable.
Half elf.
Well, thank you. Like the miserable half elf that you are.
Does it count though? And then I kind of pull my hair aside. Does that count? Does it really count though? Hmm.
Yes.
That's fair.
This entire.
But like legitimately. Like, do you want me to just have them kill you? Like, what?
We wish
I-
to engage in honorable combat and prove our mettle before the great one-eyed one.
Well, you can't fight with your tribe. So you can either,
You already fought an honorable
Yeah,
combat
like
with
you-
us.
And lost.
like, we fought you, and clearly because you're down there, you didn't win.
Yet we remain alive.
I know. Because I made it so that you didn't get killed. You think... Okay, genuinely, do you think that the person wearing the mask would have just kind of let you do your thing? You! And then I point to number 5,
Yeah.
whose name I know. I don't know it. I didn't write it down.
Oh,
It's
Kilmer.
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 Thank you.
Kilmer. Like, you literally, like, did a thing for half an instant and immediately got stabbed twice.
And then, due to the resilience granted to me by my deity, I remain living today.
Exactly. That's true.
Not really.
So you want death
By
by
the power of
combat,
Thor.
Yes.
even if you know that it's just gonna be an unfair battle because you know we're going to win. Again. Because we have magic and you don't.
And armor.
And we also have your boomerangs.
Ideally, it would be a more fair fight, but if you insist on those terms, I would accept. Now let me out so I may kill you.
Kind of look over to Kool-Aid.
He's like, I mean, yes.
Kind of look over at him. I mean, obviously you haven't told me a whole awful lot because you have to be loyal to your tribe. And I understand that. So, I'm going to go back to my people. You guys decide amongst yourself what you want us to do with you when we get back. I am perfectly willing to let you guys walk out of here if you promise not to attack the village again. Not once you're armed. Again. However, clearly that isn't an answer for you guys. So consider it amongst yourselves. And I guess we'll see you after we deal with your tribe.
Great. Take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
Brother Rock?
Throw 1 rock at you. Hit you right
Is
in
it
the
a
neck.
legit rock?
Yeah, it's a legit rock.
Okay.
Take 1 point of bludgeoning damage.
This is the wildest shit.
It's like when you throw lettuce when you're on Comedy Central.
Reese is like, I admire your efforts. Now
Just-
stop.
but
But
it's rock.
look, I'm no.
Now take this rock.
Just, she just takes hold of her amulet, just like, oh, it is help, please help me. And she
All right.
will be back, and then walks away.
So what?